Welcome everyone to Jimmy John's Field. Brian Fisher and Dan Dobler with you here for this call on it's turning out to be a pretty okay Thursday evening.
Yeah, it didn't look pretty in the beginning though.
Yeah, on the way here it was raining, but since then the forecast has improved drastically and now it's mostly cloudy. Hot though, hot and humid
it is.
All that rain brought the humidity and makes me glad I'm in a booth right now.
All right, me too.
Anyway, today's matchup is the Westside Mammoths taking on the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. Same matchup as Sunday, actually.
Yeah, and the Beavers got the win last week, and it was 11-6 victory for them. Yeah,
they pretty much dominated that entire game. That middle of their lineup really came in clutch for the Beavers in that game. Their 2 through 6 hitters, Raw, Pollard, Helsel, Wood, and Kennan, did all the scoring for them. Raw had 2 RBIs.
How about Pollard?
Pollard had a fantastic day.
I mean, he was just a triple shy of the cycle.
Yeah, he had an RBI double. He had a solo shot, a 2-run home run in the 6th, and then a base hit in the 8th to end his day. He was 4 RBIs on the day. He was just phenomenal.
Yes, and I went with him as my player of the game, so I think I won the battle last Sunday between you and Steve.
Definitely you did. And then Helsel had himself 2 RBIs as well. He had an RBI double and a RBI ground out as Hunter Wood had himself an RBI single, and Dan Kennan had himself an RBI single as well. So scoring coming from the most important parts of that lineup. Let's see if they can do that again today, but it's some tough pitching matchup today.
Oh, yeah, we do. We have Jeremy Holcomb going on the mound for the Woolly Mammoths, and then you also have him going up against Jake Welch from the Beavers. Now, both pitchers this season, I mean, they've been amazing for their squad. Yeah,
Jake Welch has the lowest ERA right now in the in the USPBL with an ERA at 2.28. Well, Holcomb is second among active leaders for ERA.
Yeah, that's at 2.36 of the season.
Yeah, so they're both phenomenal pitchers. So expect it to be a low-scoring game unless one of them has an off day.
Yeah, but it's going to be a wonderful pitching matchup. I mean, couldn't ask for any better to start this weekend of baseball games.
Yeah, it's just going to be an exciting matchup, especially when those two pitchers take the mound. Last time out, Jake Welch went 6 1/3 innings, pitched against the Eastside Diamond Hoppers, gave up just 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Dominant as usual.
Yes.
And then last time out for Jeremy Holcomb, it was 7 1/3 innings, 1 earned run, 1 hit, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. And that was the game where he took that
no-hitter going to the 8th inning. We thought he was going to have it, and then all of a sudden they broke it up. And
yeah, the 1 hit that Holcomb gave up was a solo shot to Tanner Levine, actually.
That was his first of the season as well.
That was the only hit that the Unicorns had that entire ball game was off that solo shot in the 8th inning. That ruined the no-hitter.
Now, Brian, I know we usually do our player of the games. Who are you going to go with this evening?
I'm going to go with Brandon Raw.
I like it.
So, Raw so far this season, he's got 36 games played, 127 at-bats, and 19 runs, 30 hits, 1 home run, 30 RBIs, 22 walks, and 236. And those 30 RBIs, Dan, are good for second in the league.
Yes, I mean, it's going to be amazing, but I'm going to go with Dan Kennan this evening. Dan Kennan so far this season, I mean, he's got a batting average of 269, has 0 home runs, has 11 RBIs, and I'm going to go with him this evening. I feel he'll have a good night.
Yeah, he has done he's done pretty well this season so far.
I was going to go with Pollard tonight, but you know how that trend works.
Yeah, you went with him last time.
You want to go with someone different.
You kind of want to change it up.
Yes.
Johnny G, our PA guy here at Jimmy John's Field, wanted in on this, and he's going to go with Kent. He's going to go with Kent Blackstone.
Yeah, Blackstone's hitting 236 this season.
I'm sorry. I said I'm the one who went with Kent Blackstone. Whoops. Actually, that was Johnny G. I went with Brandon Raw. I read off the wrong stat line.
Yeah, Brandon Raw this season. Let's go back to your pick. Brandon Raw this season's hitting 233, has 3 home runs and 20 RBIs. Now, Blackstone.
Now, that's just with the Beavers, though. On the season, he's got 6 home runs, 32 RBIs.
Yep.
So if you count both teams, he's actually, I believe, second or first in the league in RBIs. Now, I don't know why I mixed that up because we went through the whole thing, but Johnny G's pick was Kent Blackstone. That is my bad.
It's okay.
Don't know where my mind's at right now.
Hey, it's a Thursday. It feels like a Monday to us. We're just starting the weekend, so.
Yeah. So I was like, wait a second, something's off here.
But
anyways, we're going to go to send it down to the field for starting lineups for the Beavers and the Mammoths and the national anthem. So we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
First, let's welcome the visiting team, the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers, managed by Chris Newell. The starting lineups for today's game are sponsored by AAA of Michigan. Leading off and batting first from Hayward, California, the right fielder number 26, Don Andre Clark. Batting second from Charlotte, North Carolina, the center fielder number 20, Brandon Raw. Batting third from Brooklyn, New York, the first baseman number 8, Robbie Haller. Batting fourth from Altoona, Pennsylvania, the designated hitter number 18, Christian Hustle. Batting fifth from Washington, Kentucky, the catcher number 23, Hunter Wood. Batting sixth from Deming, New Mexico, the third baseman, number 10, Dan Kevin. Batting seventh from Miami, Florida, the left fielder, number 5, Daniel Oliveri. Batting eighth from Montpelier, Virginia, the shortstop, number 1, DJ Martinez. Batting ninth from New Hyde Park, New York, the second baseman, number 13, Thomas Rulis. The starting pitcher tonight for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers, number 15 from Spencerport, New York, Jake Welch. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring out the field your home team for today's game. The Westside Woolly Mammoths, managed by Shane McCanny. Joining the Mammoths on the field today are the baseball buddies, the Michigan Dogs from the 8th and under division. Leading off and batting first from Mokina, Illinois, the center fielder number 18, Tommy Fiesel with Jonah McDonald. Batting second from Santa Cruz, California, the second baseman, number 10, Joe Davis with Mikey Finn. Batting third from Tipton, Georgia, tonight's designated hitter number 21, Alex Abbott with Andrew Finn. Batting fourth from Ohio, Michigan, first baseman number 22, Ethan Whisker with Joshua Borders. Batting fifth from Arlington, Virginia, the right fielder number 25, Sean Wood with Nathan Green. Batting sixth from Maitland, Florida, the catcher, number 20, Kyle Abner with Benny Piscoking. Batting seventh from Goffstown, New Hampshire, the third baseman, number 3, Riley Palmer with Cameron Betts. Batting eighth from El Segundo, California, the left fielder, number 6, R.J. Pure with James Sills. Batting ninth from Vienna, Virginia, the shortstop, number 9, Kent Blackstone with Ryan Boyer. The starting pitcher tonight for the Westside Woolly Mammoths from Mount Olive, Alabama, number 12, Jeremy Holcomb. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats. Veteran and active military may keep your caps on while rendering the hand salute as we honor America and our military with a singing of our national anthem, performed this evening by Peggy Lee.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes
Welcome back, everyone. Brian Fisher and Dan Dolber with you here. We're still a few moments away from first pitch as Jeremy Holcomb just now gets on the mound to take his warm-up pitches. And Dan, why don't you go through the starting lineup for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers while we wait?
Would love to, Brian. Leading off, the right fielder, DeAndre Clark. Batting second, the center fielder, Brandon Raw. Batting third, the first baseman, Robert Pollard. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Christian Housel. Batting fifth, the catcher, Hunter Wood. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Dan Kennan. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Daniel Oliveri. Batting eighth, the shortstop, DJ Martinez. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Thomas Rulis. Defensively for the Westside Woolly Mammoths this evening, out in left is RJ Fuhr. In center is Thomas Fiesel. In right is Sean Wood. At third is Riley Palmer. Over there at short is Kent Blackstone. At second is Joe Davis. Over there at first is Ethan Whisker. Doing the catching behind the plate is Kyle Habner. And on the mound once again this evening for the Mammoths is Jeremy Holcomb.
Yeah, Jeremy Holcomb this year for the Westside Woolly Mammoths has been absolutely dominant.
Yes, he has.
He and Welch are, at the moment, the best pitchers in the league, I think, without a doubt.
Let's just hope it lives up to that this evening.
Yeah, he's got a record of 7-2 with a 2.36 ERA in 13 games with 13 starts, 76 innings pitched with 55 hits, 24 walks, 58 strikeouts, and a whip of 104. So that ERA and that whip are really what you want to look at. Like I was saying a few minutes ago, that ERA is the second lowest in the league right now, just next to Jake Welch, who's going to be opposing him on the mound.
So, yeah, it's going to be a great evening. And, yeah, Holcomb, that ERA is just amazing.
Yeah, so it's going to be, if things, pan out the way they look, they're going to, it might not be a high-scoring game.
No.
But you never know because any day a pitcher could have an off day.
Mm-hmm.
Just takes one mistake pitch. I mean, we saw that with Torrey DeShazer of the Hoppers, where he was having he had 2 1-2-3 innings. He was great through the first 3. Then he gave him a grand slam, and everything changed for him.
Yes, it did.
So now DeAndre Clark will step in. The switch hitter for the Beavers will lead things off, and he's going to take a ball aside for a ball. First pitch comes at 7:03 p.m., and this game is underway.
DeAndre Clark's hitting .299 this season, has 50 hits and 15 RBIs.
Yeah, back on Sunday when these two teams faced off, Dan, he went just 2 for 5, which isn't bad.
No,
it's pretty good.
Not at all. And then later in the ballgame was pinch hit by Gerard Hernandez.
Hernandez hit a double in that pinch hitting situation.
And if you look at the score of that ballgame at the time, obviously manager Chris New want to give some resting time to his starters.
And just get some other players some swings. So 3-1 now on DeAndre Clark. Third baseman Riley Palmer's playing a little bit shallow down there as the 3-1 comes in. Be a ground ball towards the shortstop Blackstone. He's got it. Easy throw down to first. Close play, though. DeAndre Clark with all that speed almost ran it out.
Oh, yeah, he did.
But it's going to be a ground out to start this ball game. So now it's going to be Brandon Raw who will step in.
You picked him as your player of the game this evening?
Yeah, for some reason I said I could pick Ken Blackstone, which that was actually Johnny G who did. How do I forget my own pick for player of the game?
I don't know.
I was like, oh, that's a great way to
Do I
start.
have to hit you across the head?
No, you hit me across the head, man. That's not going to end well. Be a ball aside, fastball from Jeremy Holcomb, 1-0.
Speaking of Brandon Raw, he's hitting .247 this season, has 42 hits, 6 home runs, and 32 RBIs. But remember, Brian, he started the season with the Unicorns and then came over and just fitted perfectly with the Beavers lineup.
Yeah, I'm looking at RBIs right now, which actually he is tied for league in RBIs. Now, it doesn't – the point streak app, as that one's driven towards center field fairly deep. Fusel backing up is going to watch it go, and that's going to be a solo shot for Brandon Raw here in the top of the first inning, and that's going to give the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers a 1-0 lead.
Man, that didn't take long.
He hit that one dead center field, over 395 feet.
All Thomas Fiesel could do in center field is just he kept backing up. I thought it was going to be a little bit short, but obviously it wasn't. Hit dead center.
The way he kept looking up, though, gave me a little bit of hope. And my pick for player of the game leads off this game with a solo shot. Give his team a 1-0 lead.
Still early, Brian. Still early.
So now Robert Poehler will stand in. He was the hero of the game on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, he was just a triple shy of the cycle, and he hits that one too.
And towards center field, it's going to bounce in front of Fiesel. 2 consecutive hits now for Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers, have them up 1-0 with a man on and 1 out.
Can you finish Pollard's stat line there?
The batters are working just as fast as the pitchers, it seems, today. So Christian Helsel, who's out to a really hot start with the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers, will take to the plate.
Yeah, he's hitting .417, has 10 hits, a home run, and 5 RBIs since joining.
First pitch to him is going to be a curveball that lands outside, 1-0. Helsel had himself a good game as well. Like I was saying, that 2 through 6 guys in the lineup, heart of that lineup for the Beavers last game, really did well. It's going to be a fastball outside, 2-0. Had himself 2 RBIs. He grounded out in an RBI and then doubled later on. Went 2 for 5 in total in that ball game. The bats were just alive for the Beavers.
Yes, they were.
So that's going to be a ball low and away, 3-0. So Jeremy Holcomb, who seldom gives up runs, gives up a solo shot to Brandon Raw here, just 2 batters into the ball game.
I'm kind of shocked.
Be a ground ball fouled on the third base side. 3-1.
I didn't think it was going to start out like that.
Well, there's a lot of game left to be played. He might, some pitchers get better as the game goes on, and I'd say Jeremy Holcomb is one of those. Now, granted, Jeremy Holcomb is normally good right out of the gate, but he just gets better as the game goes on in general. This going to be a ground ball towards the shortstop. Ooh, it's going to get underneath the glove of Ken Blackstone, and that's going to be a base hit.
Well, you're always taught to keep that glove down. It just snuck underneath Blackstone's glove there.
So 3 consecutive hits now to start the ball game. He's going to put runners at first and second. After grounding out DeAndre Clark, Jeremy Holcomb gave up a solo shot to dead center field off the bat of Brandon Raw. So now Hunter Wood has a runner in scoring position and an opportunity to extend the lead here early in this ball game. First pitch going to be a ball high, 1-0. Seems Holcomb's having trouble hitting the strike zone here.
Yeah, it is. Looks like his fastball is struggling a little bit tonight to start.
He's missing arm side with it, it seems. As another fastball is going to miss arm side. 2-0. It's a breeze that's coming in from right to left field. Big rip there from Hunter Wood as he chases a fastball outside, but comes up empty, 2-1. Another one going to be in there for a strike. Count's going to fall even to 2-2. We've talked a lot about what's made great pitchers in this league, Dan.
Yes, we have.
And it seems more often than not, it's the pitchers who don't have huge velocity on their fastballs, as that one's going to be a ball low and inside.
It's the one that can have those different pitches you can go with.
Yeah, they use different types of pitches. They change their location and the velocity on their pitches. They do a good job of just hitting everywhere on the strike zone, keeping the batters on edge.
And I feel like Jeremy Holcomb's one of those guys as well.
Oh, for sure. His fastball only gets up to about 92 at max. It's not a super fast fastball he's going to blow by you, as it's a 3-2 count now on Hunter Wood. As the pitch comes in, it's going to be a ground ball towards the second baseman. This might be a double play as the play to second is in time and the out at first is in time as well. So that'll be a double play to end the top of the first inning. However, the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers get out to a 1-0 lead thanks to a solo shot from Brandon Raw. When we come back to the bottom half of the first inning, it's going to be the Mammoths up to bat to take their first swings of the ball game. Thomas Fiesel's going to be up to lead things off. Following him will be Joey Davis and Alex Abbott. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Brian Fisher and Dan Delber with you here as we go to the bottom of the first inning, and we get ready for the the Mammoths to take their first swings. Dan, why don't you go through the starting lineup for those Mammoths?
All right, here we go. Leading off, the center fielder, Thomas Fiesel. Batting second, the second baseman, Joe Davis. Batting third, the designated hitter, Alex Abbott. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Ethan Whisker. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Sean Wood. Batting sixth, the catcher, Kyle Hamner. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Roddy Palmer. Batting eighth, the left fielder, R.J. Fuhr. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Kent Blackstone. Defensively for the Beavers this evening, out in left is Daniel Oliveri. In center is Brandon Raw. Over there in right is DeAndre Clark. At third is Dan Kennan. At short is DJ Martinez. Over there at second is Thomas Rulis. At first is Robert Pollard. Doing the catching behind the plate is Hunter Wood. And on the mound once again this evening is Jake Welch.
The first pitch to Fiesel from Welch on the mound was a ball 1-0 as the second pitch gets ready to come in. Oh, he's going to drive that one towards center field. That's going to be a base hit. Both teams starting the ball game quickly here with base hits.
And Thomas Fiesel, I mean, just a great guy right there in the leadoff hole for the Mammoths. Been hitting pretty good.
Yeah, he did a great job. He started off as a development player at the beginning of the season, and he came in recently in the last few weeks, and he's done a great job. He's batting at the top of the lineup because he's been getting on base consistently.
And, that was just the second pitch he's seen from Jake Welch, and he just drove that for a hit.
Yeah, Jake Welch has been no slouch on the mound either this year. He's got a record of 4-2 with the lowest ERA in the league right now at 2.28. He's started 8 games and 19 appearances, as that's going to be a foul ball into the net behind home plate, 1-0. And 59 innings pitched, 41 hits, 23 walks, 56 strikeouts, and a whip of 108, which is almost the same as Jeremy Holcomb. Like, they're very similar on the mound.
Holcomb's 104, his whip.
So 0-1 now on Joe Davis. He's got a runner at first. The Mammoths looking to try and retaliate here after they gave up a early run to the Beavers.
And that was due to Brandon Raw's solo shot to deep center.
And there was a hot shot right there off the bat of Joey Davis, but it went fouled on the third base line. Shane McCaddy had to jump out of the way of that one, 0-2. Again, we were talking about the success Holcomb's had and how a lot of times it's not the guys in this league who have the fast fastballs, but the guys who have a lot of different pitches and know how to mix up locations well. And Jake Welch, again, is another one of those pitchers. His fastball comes in at like 93, and like right there, a curveball from Jake Welch strikes out Joe Davis looking.
I'm telling you, it's like we were saying, if you're a pitcher, it's not all about the velocity. It's just about mixing up your pitches and making sure you're following through with them. And
we've seen it. Now, Kevin Matthews is the exception to the rule. He came in, he was throwing 95 miles an hour, and he was able to get us he's actually the only player in the USPBL to make a AAA start. But it wasn't just his fastball. He was working a lot on his off-speed stuff, too, and the last few weeks before he got signed, that stuff improved drastically as well. As that's going to be that was a filthy curveball.
Oh, yes, it was.
That he backdoored on Alex Abbott in there for a strike, 0-1.
Other pitchers, how about Kevin Martin as well?
Yeah, Kevin Martin's done a fantastic job.
I mean, he got signed as well, and he did a great job mixing up his pitches as well. It wasn't just all about the velocity for him either.
Who would throw down at first? Who almost catches Thomas Fiesel at first base.
And he would have to catch his breath there.
Might have been an awkward fall in. He's covered in dirt now as the field is a little bit damp from rain showers earlier today. Those beautiful white uniforms get ruined in a hurry here at a ballpark.
Yeah, I woke up this morning, I saw rain falling. I'm like, just please go away. I want to play some baseball tonight. And look where we are. We're here at the field and playing some ball. Glad Mother Nature agreeing with us this evening. Jake Welch is calming himself down here and getting set on the mound. He's going to probably keep a close eye on Fiesel over there. First, he has potential of stealing.
Another good breaking ball there from Jake Welch that finds its way over the strike zone, 0-2 on Abbott.
Abbott didn't agree with the call there, but hey, Abbott win the battle with the ump.
Abbott's a tough customer at the plate,
Yeah,
Dan.
he
He's
is.
currently 3rd in the league in home runs at 7. The league leader is, I believe, John Mankin at 9 home runs, followed up by Cam Stewart with 8. As that one's going to get away from Hunter Wood, breaking for second base is Thomas Fiesel, and he's going to get in there. So a wild pitch is going to bring a runner to scoring position. Still only 1 out, but now Alex Abbott can tie this ball game with a base hit. Fiesel's got a lot of speed out there on the base paths. That's what makes him such a crucial part of this Mammoths lineup.
Alex Abbott has 24 RBIs of the season, like you were saying. Perfect chance here to maybe bring home Thomas Fiesel over there at second.
1-2 pitch comes in.
Ooh.
It looks like he swings and misses at that one, and he
That was
goes
a
down on
nasty
strikes.
pitch there from Jake Welch.
Yeah, it looked like he went with the changeup that time.
That's his
And,
second strikeout.
Yeah, so it's going to be up to Ethan Whisker here with a runner at second base and 2 outs to try and tie this ball game in the bottom of the 1st inning. Still a lot of game to be left to be played, but you know, it's never too early to get runs across the plate.
And that game last week when these two teams faced each other, he had a 3-run home run, accruing those 3 RBIs, and that home run came in the 8th inning.
Yeah, it's just the Mammoths never give up.
No, they don't. I mean,
None of these teams,
no,
really.
No, not at all.
They were down by quite a bit, and they scored several runs late in the game to
Yep.
bring it closer than it was, but it
Final was 11-6.
just wasn't enough, though. They were down by too much. 1-0 now.
Whisker's hitting .205 this season, has 16 hits, 15 RBIs, including those 2 home runs.
He's going to take a swing at that one, but come up empty as he fans over top of a curveball. 1-1 now. Fiesel with a decent lead down there at second base. No one keeping him on as the 1-1 pitch comes in.
Ooh.
Another swing and a miss out of Ethan Whisker. Again, went back to that curveball.
It's been nasty and working for Jake Welch this evening to start.
See if he tries to go back to that curveball again or finish him off with a fastball.
I'm thinking changeup here.
He sets himself on the mound. Comes the 1-2. Looked like you were right there. Went with a changeup that time, but missed inside. 2-2. That 2-2 pitch is gonna miss, and the count's gonna run full 3-2. That was a close one.
Yeah, it was. You had the infielders and outfielders start heading towards the dugout. Even Jake Welch. He thought it was called strike.
Hunter Wood framed that boy just perfectly and just held it there, hoping the umpire would give him the call, but no luck, so Welch readies himself on the mound for a 3-2 pitch. And the pitch comes in. Oh, he's going to swing. It's going to be a drop third strike, though, and it's going to get behind Hunter Wood. He's going to have to throw it on to first quickly here, and it's not going to be in time. So Whisker will strike out but advance to first safely on a drop third strike. So now the runners at first and third as Fiesel advanced on the play will be Sean Wood.
Sean Wood's hitting 105 this season, has 4 hits, a home run, and 4 RBIs.
Well, it's up from where it was last game.
Yeah.
At least he's above 100 now. That's something, as he puts a jolt into that one and skies it a mile high towards right field. If that was a fair ball, that would have been a home run.
Yeah, it would have been.
Unfortunately, it hooked foul. Just got a bit out in front of it. 0-1 on Wood. He does have 1 home run on the season. He's just had a bad stroke of luck. There's a few players in the league that just don't have good luck, and Sean Wood, I have to say, is one of them. He gets good swings. He's going to foul off another one 0-2. He makes good contact a lot of the time, too, and he'll just end up, hitting it right to a defender, an outfielder, or even an infielder. And he'll get robbed of hits.
Another guy in that Woolly Mammoths lineup was Jeff Smith at the time, but he's been picking it up as well.
Yeah, his average is on a slow climb back to something reasonable. The 0-2 comes in. Be a ball way outside there, 1-2. Look, he tried to go with a slider that time. That didn't slide. Yeah, Smith was in the game back last Sunday. He went 1 for 3 and stole a base, so had a pretty good game. Swing and a miss there by Sean Wood. Is Jake Welch is going to get Wood swinging to end the inning, and he's going to strike out the side as well. He actually had 4 strikeouts in the first inning, Dan, because of the drop third strike.
Yep.
So
he's cruising right now.
They
with the strikeouts.
The Mammoths leave a runner in scoring position, and we go to the top of the second inning where it's still a 1-0 lead for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. When we come back, it's going to be Dan Kennan, Daniel Oliveri, and DJ Martinez to lead things off. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Got a mask on here for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to the video board. Someone has a very important question to ask.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to the top of the second inning where Dan Kennan is set to lead things off for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers.
Beavers are out to a 1-0 lead thanks to Brandon Raw's solo shot deep to center back in the first.
Yeah, Jeremy Holcomb doesn't give up a whole lot of mistake pitches, but I'm sure he'd like to have that one back. He got into a bit of trouble. He gave up 3 hits in that top half of the inning, which is very much unlike him, as it's strange to even see him give up 1 hit.
Yeah.
It seems anymore.
And then you had Jake Welch, who, in that bottom half of the inning, 4 strikeouts.
Yep, you heard that right.
And only gave up 1 hit.
4 strikeouts for Jake Welch in the first inning because one was a drop third strike, it was a drop third strike. It wasn't called third, but it was something to behold.
Yes, it was.
Jake Welch.
4 strikeouts, then 1 was dropped third.
Not something you see very often.
Not at all.
He gave up a leadoff hit. Guy got all the way to third base, but was able to strike out the side. No harm done. That's just what you come to expect when you see these 2 dominant pitchers come to the mound. See if Jeremy Holcomb here in the second inning can settle things down.
Yeah, here's Dan Kennan to the plate for the Beavers, and I picked him as my player of the game this evening.
First pitch to him is going to be a ball inside. He's going to have to spin out of the way of that one, 1-0.
He's hitting .269 this season for the Beavers, has 36 hits and 11 RBIs.
He's going to hit that one back to the mound. Holcomb gloved it, though. Easy toss down to Whisker at first, and that'll be the first out here in the top of the second. So now Daniel Oliveri will stand in. He's a newcomer to the league.
Yes, this is, I think, our 3rd time seeing him in the lineup.
I believe so.
He's hitting .214, has 3 hits and 6 RBIs since joining the league.
Yeah, he pinched hit in the 9th inning, and it was actually the final out in that ball game last Sunday. At least for the Beavers, they ended up winning that game. He was the final out in the top half of the 9th. He struck out swinging. The 0-1 pitch. Going to be a ball outside, 1-1. Looked like Holcomb went with the slider that time. Oliveri's got some fans in the stands here, as I can hear some Let's Go Danny chants, as that's going to be a base hit up the middle.
And the chants increase.
Yes. The second baseman and shortstop are playing a little bit further apart than normal, so that when that ground ball was hit up the middle, was able to get through. So now the runner at first base is going to be DJ Martinez to step in.
That is 4 hits now for the Beavers this evening.
Holcomb sets on the mound and delivers the pitch. First pitch going to be a ground ball towards the third baseman. Past third baseman, shortstop has it.
Ooh.
Throw down to second. They're going to say he's safe.
Wow.
Because they pulled him off the bag.
Very close play there.
It had to be a quick play from Kent Blackstone.
Yeah, he went after that and had to turn around and throw from his glove side.
Yeah, it was going to be a tough play either way because of how fast Daniel Oliveri moved down that base path, and Blackstone would have had to have a perfectly accurate throw to get it. But DJ Martinez is going to have himself an infield single, and that'll put runners at first and second. And again, 2 hits this inning now for against Jeremy Holcomb. Thomas Rulis up to the plate. He is the league leader in average, and he's going to drive that one pretty deep to left field. Fuhr on the run will make the catch at the warning track. The throw into the cutoff man is going to be in time. Runners are going to stay put. So 2 outs now. Rulis put a charge into that one.
Yes, it did. It had a loud sound coming off of his bat.
But unfortunately, it died off on the warning track where Fuhr was able to make the catch.
And here comes Don Andre Clark to the plate for his second appearance. He's 0 for 1 this evening. Ground out to the shortstop, Kent Blackstone.
Yeah, he was the first out of the ball game, and then right after that, Brandon Raw put a charge into one towards center field, as that'll be a strike on the outer third of the plate, 0-1.
You know, for being a leadoff hitter, Andre Clark's not in this type of situations quite often, but hey, perfect chance here. He has 15 RBIs this season to increase the lead for the Beavers.
Be a ground ball, though, towards the second baseman, Davis. They're going to get the force out at second and end the inning. So the Beavers threaten but don't score here in the top half of the second. We go to the bottom half of the inning where due up is going to be Kyle Hamner, Riley Palmer, and R.J. Fuhr. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the second inning. Still a 1-0 lead for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. Brian Fisher and Dan Dobler with you here.
Jake Welch getting ready for his second inning of work here in this ball game, and what an inning he had to start.
Yeah, he had 4 strikeouts in the top of the first or bottom of the first inning. I apologize. Something you don't see very often.
Not at all.
First pitch to Hammer is going to be a ground ball towards Kennan at third. The throw will be in time to first base, and that's going to be the first out. Didn't take Welch very long to record that out.
Only one pitch.
And that'll bring up the third baseman for the Beavers. I'm sorry, the Mammoths, Riley Palmer.
Riley Palmer's this season for the William Mammoths hitting .214, has 27 hits, 3 home runs, and 14 RBIs.
As Welch readies himself on the mound and delivers the pitch. Be a fly ball high in the air, more of a pop-up really. Hunter Wood behind home plate will make the catch. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Jake Welch.
He's cruising.
Yeah, he struggled a bit in the first inning, just getting those guys to strike out. But, yeah, just, what is that? If you want to count it as 5 consecutive outs, you can, since he technically struck out Whisker, even though he reached base safely. But that'll bring up R.J. Fuhr, who made that catch on the warning track in the last half inning.
Here's R.J. Fuhr. Yeah, like you were saying, he's hitting .211, has 16 hits and 5 RBIs of the season for the Mammoths.
Be a fastball that's going to trail outside, 1-0.
I'm just looking at that stat line with walks. He's been walked 17 times this season.
Yeah, he's got more walks than he does hits right now. Although the batting average is rising. At one point it was below 200. Now he's hitting .211. Still not great, but it's better. And, I mean, you can't expect, when your batting average is so low, you can't expect to just have one good game and it just to jump way high. I mean, it's an effort.
Yes, it takes time.
As the 2-0 is going to be a strike in there, 2-1. That was right over the heart of the plate. It's like with school. Your grade point average is going to drop a lot faster than it's going to rise.
Yes, right.
I learned that the hard way. Jake Welch delivers the 2-1, and that'll be in there for a strike at the knees. Went back to the fastball again, 2-2. Defense playing Fuhr straight up. No special shifts on him as he swings and misses at a 2-2.
Strikeout.
And, yeah, 5th strikeout and a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Welch. So just like that, we're going to go to the top of the 3rd inning where due up for the Beavers is going to be Brandon Raw, who hit that solo shot, which is the difference maker right now. Robert Poller and Christian Helsel. That's the middle of that Beavers lineup and a crucial part at that. So we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please direct your attention towards home plate. We are proud to introduce Jeff and Chelsea. And Jeff and Chelsea have been blessed and are expecting an addition to their family. And with the help of Diamond Hoppers Casey Chenoweth, we are about to find out whether their bundle of joy is going to be a boy or a girl.
Welcome back, everyone. Brian Fisher and Dan Dobler with you here to the top of the 3rd inning. And Jake Welch was cruising through that bottom half of the 2nd, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and he has 5 strikeouts this evening already.
Yeah, he's done phenomenal. 1-2-3 2nd inning, a ground out, a pop out, and a strikeout. Just pretty much what exactly you want to do. His outfielders out there must be getting kind of bored. as they haven't had much work to do.
No, not at all. Now here's Brandon Raw, who got the game going here and got the Beavers out to an early lead.
Yeah, that solo shot back in the first inning, dead center field at that. So hit that one at least 400 feet, as that fence is 395. As it would have gone a little bit further if it weren't for that netting at center field. So technically, I guess he did hit it 395, but it would have gone even further than that if it hadn't hit the netting. That'll be a ball inside, 1-0 now to Raw. That'll be a strike in there, 1-1. Holcomb came out and had a better second. He still gave up 2 hits, but was able to get out of it with much better ease.
Yeah, he's given up 4 hits so far this evening.
Tries to go with the curveball that time. Raw does get a piece of it to stay alive, however.
Turned out to be just a great evening for some baseball here at the ballpark.
Be another foul ball into the netting behind home plate. It'll remain 2-2.
Gotta thank Mother Nature.
Yeah, really, you're right, Dan. It was looking pretty gloomy on the drive here today, and I was looking at the forecast. It did not look promising, but it really has turned into a beautiful evening. It's going to be a ball outside. Full count now to Brandon Raw. Holcomb went with the slider that time.
Still doing a great job of mixing up his pitches.
Delivers the 3-2, and he's going to walk Brandon Raw for his first walk today, as he missed low and away with that curve. So now Robert Poller will stand in. And Dan, what a game he had last Sunday.
Oh, yeah, just a triple shy of the cycle. He had 2 home runs in that ball game.
Yeah, total of 4 RBIs. He was fantastic.
With 4 for 5.
It's going to be a ball outside, 1-0.
And he had start this evening off to a great start as well with getting a hit his first time up.
Yeah, RBI double, solo shot, 2-run home run, and then a base hit to finish things off. I mean, not much more you can ask for from a batter. I mean, he's batting .377 right now, which, granted, it's a little bit of a smaller sample size, but he's off to a really hot start here with the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers.
He is.
Throw down a first base. Pretty easy slide for Raw, although he will slide. He was pretty close to the bag. He didn't have that much of a lead, but I want to keep an eye on him nonetheless.
He's going to be there for some help as well when the playoffs begin.
He's going to take a big cut at that one, 2-1. Raw down there at first base, has a decent lead, not a huge one. As Poller steps back into the batter's box. 2-1 count on him now as Holcomb readies himself. Delivers the pitch. Be fouled off. Got a piece of that fastball in the outer third of the plate, making it 2-2.
Poller doing a great job just staying alive.
The 2-2 comes in. He's going to hit that one to the right field for a base hit.
Another hit for him this evening.
And he just continues to roll.
That batting average is just going to keep on climbing. And here comes manager Shane McCaddy to the mound to talk things over with Jeremy Holcomb to calm him down a little bit. He's given up 5 hits in this ball game already.
Yeah, which is very much unlike him. Jeremy Holcomb is normally money on the mound, but I guess one of the two pitchers had to perform worse than the other one just so he could have a winner in this ballgame.
Yeah.
Of course, it's only the third inning.
Still early.
I mean, there's a lot of game left to play. You don't know this talk could revitalize him. He goes out there and has like 3 innings in a row. But there's a runner at second base and first base. Still no outs here in the top of the third inning. As the DH Christian Helsel steps into the plate.
He had a hit his last time up as well.
Cal Hamner will return to behind the plate as we get ready for this at-bat.
Still no outs here. Beavers are threatening to get some more runs on the board here, increase their lead.
First pitch to him is going to be a fastball for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, Raw. To start this inning off with a walk. He's over there at second.
0-1 pitch. Ooh, that one's going to be in there for a strike, 2. Beautiful curveball from
Yes.
Holcomb. Really froze Helsel out the plate. He thought about swinging on it, held back, and was in the strike zone nonetheless, right on that outer third. So the 0-2 pitch comes in. That one's going to be outside, though. Tried to go back to that curveball, but missed the plate this time. Ooh, that curveball missed just high.
Yes, I don't know.
And the count's going to fall even to 2 apiece.
From our view, that looked like a perfect called strike there, but
It could have been. I could definitely see where the argument would be made that it was a ball. Holcomb's going to step off the mound real quick as he tries to get on the same page as Hamner. He readies himself, and here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets Helsel swinging. Got him with the slider there. Nasty slider from Jeremy Holcomb.
and that is Holcomb's first strikeout in this ball game this evening.
And that's going to bring up the catcher, Hunter Wood. Last time up, Hunter Wood not having the at-bat he desired.
Yeah, he grounded onto a 4-6-3 double play.
Yeah, that ended the inning as well. Let's hope he doesn't repeat himself here as he's got runners at first and second yet again. First pitch is going to be a ball, 1-0. He did that with a 3-2 count on him as well. Beavers have a 1-0 lead right now. The runner in scoring position in the top of the third, as that'll be another ball, 2-0. Big rip there by Wood at a fastball. Comes up empty-handed, though, 2-1.
Yeah, no way he could have caught up with that one.
Yeah,
That looked beautiful from Holcomb.
Holcomb just blew that one by him. Perhaps he was expecting different location or different speed, or different pitch, I mean. 2-1 pitch. Swung and missed on again. This time, Wood chased that one high out of the strike zone. He was swinging an axe. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second here. The Beavers have an opportunity to extend their lead from 1-0. As the 2-2 is going to check his swing on that one, and they're going to appeal down to the umpire. Says he didn't go, so the count's going to run full, 3-2.
If Holcomb's able to get Wood here, that'll be huge because right now you have Raw over there at second in scoring position a little bit. Any good hit in the outfield could move him over.
He's going to hit that one high in the air. It's going to run foul out of play. Wood doing a good job staying alive here. Definitely don't want to hit in that double play like he did last time. Middle infield playing for that double play. Holcomb gets ready on the mound. And the kick and the pitch. 3-2. Another one fouled off.
Doing a great job staying alive.
As the sun wastes no time setting here now, it seems, as it's...
Yeah, got a little bit dark.
Yeah, it's getting later into the summer, approaching autumn now, and sunset has already began. Those lights are going to have to come on soon as the 3-2 pitch comes in. That's going to be inside. He's going to lose Hunter Wood to load the bases.
Not what Holcomb wanted.
So bases loaded with one out here in the top of the third inning. And Dan Cannon, your pick for player of the game, Dan.
I mean, I hopefully, cross my fingers, come up huge here.
Yeah, it's that Dan connection.
He's 0 for 1 this evening. Ground right back to the mound to Holcomb. His first plate appearance.
As the first pitch comes in, he's going to get a piece of that one. Be a strike 0-1. Top of the third inning, bases are loaded, one out for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. They have a 1-0 lead thanks to a solo shot from Brandon Raw in the top of the first. That's going to be in there for a strike 0-2. Nice curveball location there from Holcomb.
Curveball has been working well with him this evening. Also, Jake Walsh with the curve. It's been nasty.
He's going to swing and get a piece of that one, 0-2.
That was low and away.
Third baseman Palmer playing a little bit in case they try and bunt a run home. Or they can throw the runner out at home plate, I guess is the more logical situation. The 0-2 pitch comes in. Ooh, way outside on that one. Try to get him chasing on a slider, but that one was nowhere near the strike zone, 1-2.
As pitchers begin to walk towards the Woolly Mammoth bullpen.
Not something you would think you would see from Jeremy Holcomb when he's on the mound, but everyone is subject to a poor start here and there. Let's see if he can get out of this jam here. The 1-2 pitch comes in. Well, it's going to be a flare towards center field, charging in his Fiesel. It's not going to get there. That's going to be an RBI single, maybe a 2 RBI single. It's charging around third base is Robert Pollard, and
he gets in there.
He's in there safely.
Wow.
So Dan Kennan with an 2 RBI single here makes it a 3-0 lead for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers.
Thank you, Dan Kennan. You were leading so far with Brandon Raw. But man, Beavers increased their lead here.
Yeah, Dan Cannon gets just enough on that one to hit it towards no man's land in center field. And it gets down for a 2 RBI single. Now Daniel Oliveri will stand in.
He had a hit his first time up.
Got a chance as well to extend the lead with runners at first and second. Ooh, he's going to have to bend out of the way of the first pitch fastball. It comes inside 1-0.
As now 6 hits against Holcomb this evening.
Runners at first and second base right now. 3-0 lead now for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. In case you're just tuning in, a solo shot from Brandon Raw in the top of the first inning made it 1-0. Then just a second ago, Dan Kennan with a 2 RBI single scored 2 more, making it 3-0. That's going to be on the outside corner. 1-1 now to Oliveri. So he takes that strike.
Been a rough start for Holcomb this evening.
Yeah, starts that rough start that we don't normally see from him.
No, not at all.
That's going to be a ball way inside. Oliveri has to leap out of the way. 2-1. Be a ball outside. 3-1. Holcomb sets on the mound. Delivers the pitch. Runners are moving. Oh, it's going to get away from Hamner, and that'll allow both runners to advance easily, and a walk to
Bases are
Oliveri.
loaded once again for the Beavers this inning. And Shane McCaddy's going to come out once again.
And he'll turn around and head back to the dugout. I'm assuming they want him to at least get out of the inning here. But there's still only one out.
That is...
It's a strange outing.
Yes, that's 3 walks this inning for Holcomb.
We were expecting to have a pitcher's duel today, but he doesn't seem to have his stuff sharp. I mean, it happens to the best of them.
Yeah.
Everyone's subject to a poor game here and there. So now DJ Martinez will stand in. This will be a first pitch strike, 0-1, nice curveball.
Got some action in Mammoth bullpen. Right-hander Ronel Perez begins to warm up.
That'll be in there for a strike, 0-2. You see, the thing I've noticed is Holcomb's really good at getting the first 2 strikes, but he's been struggling getting that 3rd strike. It looks like he tries to go to pitches outside, and it ends up getting away from him a lot of the time.
I think he's thinking too much as well.
0-2 pitch.
There we
He's
go.
going to get DJ Martinez to chase one down in the dirt, and he'll finally have a strikeout.
Just what he needed. Still got the bases loaded, though. That was Holcomb's 2nd strikeout this evening. Here's Thomas Rulis. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to the left fielder, RJ Fuhr. Had a loud sound come off of his bat.
Yeah, first pitch rule is going to be a ball outside. Yeah, hit that one to the warning track, Dan. He just not quite enough on it. For a second, we thought it, though.
He's hitting 362.
He's got a great opportunity here. So that's going to be a ball inside. 2-0 now. Bases loaded yet again for the for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers here. They already scored 2 last time the bases were loaded. Rulis, who's leading the league in batting average right now. It's the perfect man to come up to the plate, but he's going to ground that one towards Ethan Whisker at first, and he'll take it and tag it himself. So the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers are going to leave them loaded, but Dan, they scored 2 more runs thanks to a 2 RBI base hit from Dan Kennan. So when we come back to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, it's going to be Kent Blackstone, Thomas Fiesel, and Joey Davis as they try to get a spark going in that Mammoth lineup to try and cut this deficit down. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half, the third inning. Westside Woolly Mammoths have Kent Blackstone to lead things off here.
Jake Welch is doing a great job this evening to start.
Yeah, he gave up a leadoff hit to start the first inning, struck out the next 4 batters, and he's gotten the last 7 batters out consecutively. So he's done a great job so far.
His team's out in front. And unlike Jeremy Holcomb, he's been struggling.
Yeah, that one's going to be driven hard to right field. It's going to be a base hit for Kent Blackstone. So a leadoff hit here for the Mammoths as they try to put a spark in their lineup.
Johnny G, man.
Yeah, it
with
seems
the
like all
hit.
our picks for the players of the game today are doing good work. Mine hit a solo shot. Yours has a 2 RBI single. Now Blackstone has a single.
There's Thomas Fiesel. He had a hit his first plate appearance. Has adjusted quite nicely at the leadoff spot for the Mammoths.
Yeah, for sure. Batting .295 right now. Already has a base hit today. It's 1-0 now on this count. He's done a great job since becoming a developmental player here in the league.
He's hitting .295, 13 hits, well, 14 after tonight's hit.
Big whiff there by Fiesel. 1-1. Jake Welch has that curveball on a string today. Welch readies himself and delivers the pitch. It's going to be a ball low, 2-1, just below the knees. Still a slight breeze going from right to left. The lights are on here now at Jimmy John's Field, illuminating the field.
Sun set quicker this evening.
Well, that is because we are approaching autumn now.
Yeah.
We'll see that even more so as the games go into September. Swing and miss there as it's going to be 2-2.
School's right around the corner. Actually, only a couple more weeks.
Don't remind me. We just our semester just ended. We just
Right?
finished our summer semester. Throw over to first base is not going to be in time. Kent Blackstone gets back in safely. Fiesel's got a 2-2 count. Just finished our summer semester yesterday, and so we have a 2-week break until
We go
the
back.
fall semester starts. It's going to be a ground ball towards the third baseman. It's going to bounce foul, though. So it's going to remain a 2-2 count. Fiesel will have to step back to the batter's box and take a couple more swings.
I don't know about you. Our fall semester always goes by fast. Winter's always.
Dude, I'm a senior in college already. My whole life has gone by
Yeah,
fast.
right? Me too. Can't believe it.
It's been fun, though.
Yes, it has. It's been a great summer as well.
Was it worth the debt? That's debatable. 2-2 pitch comes in. He's going to check his swing. They're going to say
He
no.
went, actually.
So Tommy Fiesel's going to strike out swinging here. That's going to be the first out here in the bottom of the third inning.
That's his 6th strikeout.
Yeah, he's already gone over his strikeout total from last game. Struck out 5 batters last game. So already at 6 here, including that drop third strike. And another guy who struck out first to Jake Welch today, his first victim will stand in, Joey Davis.
Joey Davis is picked as player of the game here at the ballpark. The 1-800 Hanson. So, gets any type of hit or fans will receive a gift.
And it's 2-0 now on him as 2 straight pitches have missed outside to Joey Davis. Another ball outside. This one, albeit, was a lot closer. 3-0. Struck out Joe Davis on 3 pitches, looking his last time up. That was the first of 4 strikeouts in the first inning. That's
Okay.
right, 4.
Yeah. That drop third strike out.
Yeah, Whisker reached base safely on. That's going to be in there for a strike on the outer third of the plate. 3-1. He attacked that spot. I guess the saying is 4th time's a charm today. It took him 4 pitches to finally hit the strike zone on that outer corner. See if he goes back to that corner again or if he'll try mixing up locations. See, 3-1 pitch comes in. Nope, he's going to go outside again and miss. So Joe Davis is going to draw a walk, putting runners at first and second.
Next up, the designated hitter, number 21,
Alex Abbott struck out his first time up as well, just like Joey Davis.
Although Abbott struck out swinging.
Yeah.
It's the first victim for Welch swinging, that is.
Abbott came in tonight's ball game hitting 267. My correction, 287. Has 37 hits, 7 home runs, and 24 RBIs.
That'll be a ball inside, and Hunter Wood's going to come have a talk with Jake Welch on the mound, as he's missed now 4 times glove side with that pitch. So runners at first and second. The Unicorns not playing today. The Mammoths are down by 3 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as they have a runner at second base, an opportunity to cut down on that deficit.
He misses once again.
This time it's going to be outside to the left-handed batter, 2-0. Pitch in the dirt, 3-0. All of a sudden, Jake Welch seems to be having issues hitting the strike zone.
He's to a 3-0 count once again.
Had himself an effortless 2nd inning, but is running into some trouble here. And he threatens to load the bases here with 1 out, mirroring Jeremy Holcomb's 3rd inning. He readies himself on the mound, delivers the pitch, and it's going to be outside. Bases are now going to be loaded.
Didn't expect this after Jake Welch was just cruising the first 2 innings.
That's going to draw a visit to the mound from Chris Newell.
Very odd inning here for Jake Welch. 2 walks. He gave up a hit, and he also has a strikeout. Ethan Whiskers will be due up. Struck out on that drop 3rd strike, but reached safely. So technically he's 0 for 1 this evening.
So bases loaded now with 1 out for Ethan Whisker. He's going to take a rip there at a first pitch curveball, come up empty. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out as the pitch comes in. That's going to be a ground ball towards the 3rd baseman. They're going to go home with it, get the force out, go to first. Not going to be in time.
At least they get the runner at home.
They got the runner at home, like you mentioned, Dan, and that's going to keep it to a 3-0 lead for the Beavers with 2 outs now. So bases are still loaded with 2 outs now as Sean Wood comes to the plate. Beavers couldn't turn the double play there to end the inning, but they did get the lead runner at 3rd base to get thrown out at home.
Jake Welch has a perfect chance here to get him out of a damage.
Takes a swing there at a first pitch curveball, and he's going to make contact, but hit it foul 0-1.
Perfect chance here for Wood to get things going. He came into tonight's ball game hitting 105. Only has 4 hits.
He's going to drive that one to right field. On the run is Clark, and he's going to watch that one go. A grand slam for Sean Wood.
Boy.
And that's going to give the Mammoths a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So Sean Wood, who's hitting just barely over 100, hits a grand slam straight down the right field line and gives the Westside Woolly Mammoths a 4-3 lead.
I think he told me there, Brian. I started talking about his batting average, and
it always comes
yes, it does.
from unlikely sources.
Man, past the 320 mark there to the hill.
So it's going to be a 4-3 lead now for the Westside Woolly Mammoths over the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers after that grand slam from Sean Wood. Puts them up 4-3. And then the next pitch is going to hit Kyle Hamner. So he's going to be able to take first base. So both starting pitchers both these pitchers have the lowest ERAs in the league, have gotten out to troublesome starts here in this ballgame. It seems when two positive forces meet, it creates a net negative.
Yeah, 4-3 ball game now for the Mammoths.
I guess it's like in math. I don't know. I don't know math very well.
Me either.
I'm gonna stop before I make myself sound stupid. Be a ball outside, 1-0. But of all the batters in the lineup to hit that grand slam, Sean Wood does the damage, batting at a $111.
Yeah, I mean, I started talking about it, and then he just proved me wrong and just took it out.
That'll be a ball outside, 2-0. And so that's going to be 4 earned runs to Welch and 3 now for Jeremy Holcomb. And that's all, and we're only in the 3rd inning. Be another ball outside, 3-0 now to Palmer.
That's the 3rd time this inning.
Yeah, he, just like Holcomb in the top half, is really struggling.
Still no one out there in the bullpen for the Beavers. But I have a feeling they'll be walking out there soon.
3-0 pitch comes in, be a ball outside, a 4-pitch walk to Riley Palmer. Put another runner in scoring position here at 2 outs.
That is now the 3rd walk this inning.
So, in case you're just tuning in, the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers got out to a 1-0 lead in the top half of the 1st inning. A solo shot from Brandon Rada, dead center field, did the damage there. And then they extended the lead in the top of the 3rd inning thanks to a 2 RBI single from Dan Kennan, making it 3-0. But then just moments ago, Sean Wood hits a grand slam into right field onto the hill, making it 4-3 Westside Woolly Mammoths.
Crazy how a ball game works.
That's for sure. So now it's R.J. Fuhr with runners at 1st and 2nd and 2 outs up to bat. First pitch is going to be a ball outside, missing with that curveball. Both starting pitchers who have been nothing short of phenomenal all season long have just had rough outings here to start the ball game. Again, it happens to the best of them, although you wouldn't predict it happens to both the 2 best pitchers on the same day.
Yeah, that's for sure. We come into tonight's ball game, we thought of getting, a pitcher's duel and quick done, but no.
Be another ball high, 2-0. Welch has not thrown a strike since the grand slam to Sean Wood. He hit Kyle Hamner in the first pitch of the at-bat, threw 3 straight balls to Riley Palmer, and now has thrown 2 straight balls to R.J. Fuhr. And make that 3 straight balls to R.J. Fuhr.
That's the 4th time he's got to himself in this situation. The 3-0 count.
And now some arms are up and throwing in the Beavers bullpen.
I see James Ball getting loose.
The big bearded right-hander. 3-0 pitch. That one will be in there for a strike. That slider had good movement on that one to break its way back over the plate. 3-1. As Jake Welch tries to end the inning here. It's be a ground ball towards the third baseman, Kennan. Kennan's going to take it and tag third. So that's going to end the bottom of the third, but the Mammoths take a 4-3 lead thanks to a grand slam from an unlikely source in Sean Wood. When we come back to the top half of the fourth, it's going to be DeAndre Clark, Brandon Raw, and Robert Pollard due up. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Hey, it's Matt Derry out here in right field in front of the merchandising tent and the trailer. We're having a blast. Get your USPBL gear right here. We've got 24 different kind of hats. We've got jerseys, pennants, foam figures. This Westside Woolly Mammoths jersey is straight fire. You've got to get these jerseys, these hats, everything out here in right field. And, of course, the merchandising area behind home plate in the grandstand. Check it out.
Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the fourth inning. And we've had quite a bit of scoring here in the early goings of this baseball game.
Yeah, we have. The ball game has changed. The Beavers were up to a 3-0 lead. And then a grand slam from Sean Wood got the Mammoths back in the lead.
So now DeAndre Clark's going to lead things off here. It's going to be 0-1 on him now. Jeremy Holcomb back on the mound after having a rough third inning, giving up 2 more runs.
Both pitchers have been struggling a little bit this evening.
That's for sure. There were 3 walks for Jeremy Holcomb in the third inning. For Welch, it was the base hits that really did the damage for him, and walks. He only gave up, he only gave up 2 hits in the third inning, but walked 3 batters and hit a batter as well. So these walks are coming around to hurt these pitchers, as their pitchers just aren't hitting the strike zone, which is really, really odd considering who's on the mound.
Ooh.
Going to take a big cut and miss on that one. 3-2 to DeAndre Clark.
Clark's 0 for 2 tonight, grounded out both times.
So it's a full count now. See if he can't break that bad luck here. He's going to foul that one off the ungloved hand of Kyle Hamner. Had to shake that pain off. And he's going to take a big cut there. DeAndre Clark strikes out, and that's something you normally see out of him. So now Brandon Raw will step in. Raw already has a home run today.
Yeah, that came back in the first deep to center. And then he also has a walk. And that came in the third. Came a nice ball game, hitting 247, has 42 hits, 6 home runs, and 32 RBIs.
And on the first pitch he sees, he lines it right to the second baseman, Joey Davis, who just has to make a small leap into the air to catch it. So now Rob Poller will stand in, or Robbie Poller.
He has 2 hits tonight.
Yeah, he's got a multi-hit game, picking up right where he left off back on Sunday, where he went 3 for 4 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs.
Crazy.
Of course, they're not home runs today, but still getting on base due to base hits.
That batting average just keeps climbing, too.
Yeah, he's come around to score on one of those 2 times he's reached base as well. You don't have to hit home runs to be helpful to your team. You just got to get on base. You can't score. I mean, you can score runs off solo shots, but it usually helps when you have men on base.
Yeah. And that's what Robert Pollard's been doing. Yes, he can hit home runs, but also finds a way to just to get on base as well with hits.
So, no balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs here, as Jeremy Holcomb looks to have a bounce back inning here in the 4th. He's got the first 2 batters out he's faced here. That's going to be a called strike 3, and he knew it.
Great bounce back inning there for Holcomb.
So Jeremy Holcomb has a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 4th inning. After giving up 2 runs in the top of the 3rd. Great bounce back inning, like you said, Dan. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We're due up for the Mammoths. It's going to be Kent Blackstone, Thomas Feasel, and Joey Davis. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's going to be a fly ball towards left field from Kent Blackstone all the way in the warning track.
Ooh.
Did Oliveri have to go to get that one?
Blackstone had a loud sound coming off of his bat there.
Yeah, he hit that one like a mile high in the air, but it just kept on carrying, and Oliveri was all the way up against the wall before making that catch. It didn't sound or look too dangerous, but it looks like Blackstone put a little bit of a charge into that one. Nonetheless, it'll be the first out here in the inning. Thomas Feasel comes up to bat.
He's 1 for 2 tonight.
Filthy curveball there from Jake Welch.
It's been filthy all night long, but in a good way.
That one started way inside to Fiesel. He actually backed out, but it came back and actually hit the outer third of the plate. That one's going to get away, though, and it's going to make it 1-1.
Yeah, it's been working for him tonight. Got a couple guys strike out swinging on that curve.
Fastball inside there, real tight to Fiesel's hands. 2-1. Ooh, another one high and tight.
Fiesel had a dance out away there.
3-1 now. So after that nasty curveball to start off the at-bat, he's thrown 3 straight balls.
He's done that a lot. He did it last inning like 4 times.
Be a ground ball, kind of a chopper towards the shortstop Martinez. They're going to have to make a quick throw. And they're going to get him by half a step.
And Fiesel do not like the call.
Fiesel disagrees vehemently with the call from the umpire, as does the fans.
Wow. I thought he was safe.
It's a tough call and a close call, but it's going to go in favor of the defense this time. Fiesel nearly ran that one out. He's got all that speed, which is why he bats first. That and he's consistent as well. So now Joey Davis up to bat. He's got 2 outs here as Welch looks to mirror Jeremy Holcomb after having a rough inning. Looks to go 1-2-3 here.
Joey Davis, this is his 3rd plate appearance. Technically 0 for 1. Struck out his first time and then walked his last time.
Be a line drive down the third base line, but it's going to hook foul. 1-1. Must have broken his bat on that one. He's going to return to the dugout and ask for a new one. No longer anyone up and throwing over there in the Westside Woolly Mammoths bullpen. Either they're all done warming up and just waiting for the call, or they think that Jeremy Holcomb is set to remain out there for a little bit longer.
This game's the same way for the Beavers as well.
Things got dicey there in the 3rd inning for both pitchers.
And both bullpens have quiet.
1-1 comes in. Another nice breaking ball there from Jake Welch. The breaking ball seems to be working for him really well. It's his fastball that keeps missing the strike zone pretty consistently. So the 1-2 pitch comes in. That one's going to be hit in the air towards left field. Oliveri will make the catch, and just like Jeremy Holcomb in the top half of the inning, Jake Welch has a great bounce back 4th. Has a 1-2-3 inning.
That's what he needed.
So we go to the top half of the 5th inning, where due up for the Beavers is going to be Christian Helsel, Hunter Wood, and Dan Kennan. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Got a mascot here for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to the video board. Someone has a very important question to ask.
Oh my goodness!
Welcome back, everyone, to the top of the 5th inning. Brian Fisher and Dan Dober with you here to bring you this Thursday evening game, and an evening that turned out to be quite beautiful.
Yes, it has. You know, Mother Nature just, of course, like helped us out here. I mean, early in the day it was raining, and it looked like, oh no, we're not gonna have a ball game. But hey, now we do, and it's been beautiful.
Helsel on the first pitch offer is going to hit that one towards the gap. Fusel will come over and play the ball, but it's going to be a base hit for Christian Helsel. I'm starting to notice a pattern here, Dan.
Yes.
The pitcher will have a great inning, then come out, get roughed up, and give up a leadoff hit, and then they'll come out and have a great inning, and then give up a leadoff hit.
Well,
noticing a trend.
Yes, me too. Hopefully it doesn't be that way.
So now Hunter Wood will stand in with a runner at first base. Well, it makes the game interesting,
yes,
at least.
It does.
I mean, we got a 4-3 lead for the Mammoths right now. And in case you're just tuning in, the Beavers had a 3-0 lead. RBI, or a single, it's not a single. Solo shot from Brandon Rod at dead center field gave him a 1-0 lead. Then a 2 RBI single from Dan Cannon made it 3-0 in the third. But then the bottom of the third inning, Dan.
How about that grand slam from Sean Wood?
Yeah, Sean Wood put a charge into that one, hitting it straight down the right field line to the left of the foul pole, staying into a fair ball. Guy who's batting $111 hits a grand slam here to be the difference maker. Hunter Wood's going to foul another one off, making it 0-2 now.
Yeah, it's been a great evening for some baseball. I mean, we had 2 pitchers on the mound like Jeremy Holcomb and Jake Welch coming into the ball game. We thought
it's like 1-0 game.
Right.
And that wasn't until the relief pitching would come in. But here they've both given up at least 3 earned runs.
Mm-hmm.
One's going to be fouled off. Remain 0-2. Runner at first base with no outs. 0-2 pitch, going to miss low. Fastball there at 93 from Holcomb. 1-2. Ooh, that one was a good pitch to swing on, but he got out to it too early. Ended up hitting it foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at first base for the Beavers as they look to try and tie this game up here in the top of the 5th inning. That's going to be a ball low, and it's going to be dropped by Hamner, allowing Helsel to advance to second. So that puts a runner at second base, and now Hunter Wood with 1 swing in the back can tie this ball game. Because that runner moved into scoring position. Some beautiful nimbus clouds in the sky right now, looking awfully fluffy, and the sun is painting them a bit red.
Yeah, right behind the scoreboard here at Jimmy John's Field.
Be a ball inside, full count now, 3-2. Be a ground ball towards the second baseman. They'll get the force out at first base for the first out this inning. Meanwhile, the runner advances to third, so a productive out for Hunter Wood puts that runner just 90 feet from home plate.
He did a great job there. And now here's Dan Kennan, who I picked as my player of the game this evening. He had a 2 RBI single. So last time up, he has a perfect chance here to make it 3 RBIs of the ball game if he can bring home Christian Helsel, who's over there at third.
Be a crucial run for him too, as that would tie the ball game. Corner infielders are playing shallow to try and get that runner out at home if the ground ball comes to him. Big rip there from Dan Kennan. He'll come up empty-handed though on that fastball. 0-1. Runner at third base with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. It's a 4-3 ball game. The Beavers down by just 1 run. Look to tie it up. He's going to hit that one back up the middle for a base hit. And
There
your
you go.
man coming through again. Dan Kenton's got 3 RBIs now on the day, tying the game at 4.
Beautiful hit there from him. Just getting by Holcomb. Holcomb had to like move out of the way there.
So Daniel Oliveri will stand in. So we went from Dan to Dan.
Like how you said it there.
Had to take the opportunity while it was presented to me.
Might as well. Daniel Oliveri is 1 for 1 tonight.
He's going to sky that one in the air towards foul territory on the Chargers whisker. On the warning track, it's going to land in the first row of the seats, though. And it's going to be 0-1 now on Oliveri.
Oliveri had a hit in the second and then walked his last time up.
Oliveri is fairly new to the league still, Dan. He's got 3 hits and 6 RBIs, so only an average of 214, though. Smallish sample size, though, compared to most players. You can say that he definitely hits in the clutch when his runners are in a scoring position. He's got 6 RBIs on 3 hits. I mean, come on now. He's going to sky that one again down foul territory. Again, Whisker on the run. And he will slide in on the warning track, but not make the catch. It's going to be 0-2.
Yeah, just stopped right before the railing of the dugout from the Beavers.
Oh, 2 swung on a miss, and he gets Daniel Oliveri swinging to strike him out. So now the runner at first base and a 4-4 tie and 2 outs. DJ Martinez will step in.
Holcomb has now 5 strikeouts of the ball game this evening after just striking out Oliveri. But speaking of Martinez, he had an infield single back in the second and struck out his last time up.
First pitch to him is going to be a ball, 1-0. Decent lead for Kenton down there at first base. Be a ground ball towards the third baseman, Palmer. They're going to get the force out at second, and that's going to end the inning. However, the Beavers do get a run back thanks to the RBI single from Dan Kenton. He's already got 3 on the night. And it's going to even that ball game at 4 apiece. So we'll come back to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Played half a game of ball here. And when we come back for the Westside William Mammoths, it's going to be Abbott, Whisker, and Sean Wood to lead things off. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half, the 5th inning. Half a game of ball in the books, and we're tied up at 4 apiece.
Yeah, we're all tied up thanks to Dan Kennon's RBI single back in the top half of this inning.
As we wait for a big group to filter off the field out there and right.
But, man, it's been a back-and-forth ball game. Both pitchers been struggling as of late.
Yeah, the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers got out to a 1-0 lead in the top of the 1st inning thanks to a solo shot from Brandon Raw to dead center field. Then they made it 3-0 in the 3rd thanks to a 2 RBI single from Dan Kennon. But then in the Westside Woolly Mammoths, unlikely source, Sean Wood, who's batting 111 coming into the day, hit a grand slam to right field to give the Westside Woolly Mammoths a 4-3 lead. But the Beavers wouldn't quit, and in the top half of the 5th, Dan, like you were saying,
Dan Kennon with the RBI single.
Dan Kennon, being your pick for player of the game, has got 3 RBIs. My pick for player of the game, Brendan Raw's got that solo shot. And then Kent Blackstone, Johnny G's player of the game, has just got a base hit so far.
So lots of baseball left to play.
Alex Abbott will face off against Jake Welch here to start off the bottom half of the 5th. And the first pitch is going to be a pitch in for a strike, 0-1.
Alex Abbott struck out his first time up and then walked his last time up. This is his 3rd plate appearance this evening.
Ooh, big rip there. Nice fastball right down the middle from Welch. 0-2. Alex Abbott is a dangerous hitter at the plate, Dan.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's probably, in terms of power, is the most dangerous hitter in the lineup for the Westside Woolly Mammoths.
He has 7 home runs this season, 24 RBIs.
Yeah, 7 home runs, is 3rd in the league right now. It'll be 1-2 now on Abbott after that 0-2 pitch missed.
Yeah, Tara Jedakowski still technically leading in home runs still.
Yeah, John Macon is tied with him. Both have 9 apiece. I'll be outside. Count will fall even at 2 apiece now. Jake Welch had a fantastic bounce-back inning in the 4th after giving up 4 runs in the 3rd thanks to that grand slam. Went 1-2-3 in the 4th inning, but he and Holcomb have been mirroring each other, so if that continues, he should give up 1 run here in the 5th. Although he gets Alex Abbott swinging, and that's going to be another strikeout for Welch.
If that's a batter you want to get, that is, because Alex Abbott, like we were saying, dangerous at the plate.
So now Ethan Whisker will stand in.
Ethan Whisker reached safely due to a fielder's choices last time up. And also struck out in this ball game on a drop 3rd strike.
He's going to take a curveball for a strike, 0-1.
Technically 0 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, he's had a couple interesting at-bats. That drop 3rd strike he reached successfully on. As that one's going to be popped high in the air behind home plate. 0-2 now. And then reaching on a fielder's choice. So he's reaching both his at-bats, or plate appearances at least. He's going to swing and just barely get a piece of that one and staying alive. It was a desperation swing right there out of Ethan Whisker. But the count will remain.
James Ball continues to get warmed up in the Beavers bullpen.
Meanwhile, it's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd baseline. It's going to go foul, though.
Can tell which one he is with that beard of his.
Well, also his arm angle,
Yeah.
too, is so unique.
Comes with the sidearm style.
0-2 pitch. Ooh, that one's going to miss just inside. Tried to get him looking with that curveball, but it didn't break quite enough. 1-2 now. It's going to be another ball there. Fastball missed, 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Foul tip in that one is Ethan Whisker. That was way inside. As Jake Welch looks like it goes to the changeup that time.
Whisker probably wishes he'd never swung like that. Could have been called a ball.
Jake Welch readies himself on the mound. Here comes the 2-2, way outside there. Another curveball he tried to get Whisker chasing on. Count's going to run full 3-2.
But Whisker being smart, not going after it.
It's going to be a fly ball down the right side. Going to go foul. Whisker doing a good job, Dan, protecting the plate here. Maintaining, well, just staying alive, really.
He's just fouling out a couple pitches.
As the kick and the pitch comes in, another one fouled off.
Ooh, this is a battle.
That one looked almost identical to the last swing.
That actually went on the Auburn Road.
It's the bottom of the 5th inning. The game is tied at 4 apiece right now with 1 out and a 3-2 count on Ethan Whisker. 3-2 pitch comes in. It's going to be a ball outside, so Ethan Whisker's going to win this battle and draw a walk. They'll put a man on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th as the Mammoths look to reclaim their lead.
That was Welch's 4th walk in this ball game this evening. And here comes manager Chris Newell to the mound.
I wonder if that'll do it for Jake Welch, or maybe it's just a talk.
I'm thinking it would just be a talk to get James Ball over there in the bullpen more pitches.
I don't know if it's that. James Ball's been warming up on and off
he's
for the last
back
couple
and forth.
innings. It's probably a strategy. Just talking strategy here.
Sean Wood, who's up with the grand slam. Back in the 3rd.
Possibly discussing whether or not they want to pitch to him. There's 1 out here with a man on first base. Ooh, first pitch slider there.
That was a beautiful pitch there from Jake Welch.
Yes, it was, and it's going to be 0-1. Someone's jogging out to the Beavers bullpen as we speak. The 0-1 pitch. Another rip there. That time went to the changeup, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first base for the Westside Woolly Mammoths. They are looking to reclaim their lead after they lost it in the top half of the inning, thanks to another RBI single from Dan Kennan. It's going to be a ball way inside, and it hits Sean Wood.
Yeah.
So a hit batter is going to put that runner in scoring position. This is the second hit by pitch in today's ball game for Jake Welch.
He hit Kyle Hamner back in the 3rd. Who is actually due up right now. Funny how things work there.
So Jake Welch still trying to get out of this inning without giving up a run and keeping the game tied. Hamner's going to hold up on the swing, but it's going to be a curveball in for a strike nonetheless, 0-1. He's going to get a piece of that one. Going to make it 0-2 now on Hamner. Oh, 2 pitch comes in. That one's going to be foul tipped. Defense playing Hamner straight up here. With runners at first and second, they can't really do much. in terms of defensive alignments. Kyle Hamner can bring home Ethan Whisker. He'll give his team the lead. The 0-2 pitch comes in. That's going to be a ground ball towards the shortstop. The throw to first is going to be the only throw they can make, and it'll be in time. So Martinez with the assist and Pollard with the put out is going to make it runners at second and third with 2 outs.
Riley Palmer's due up. He walked his last time up, but has a perfect chance here to get the Mammoths back to the lead.
Yeah, Dan. It's been back and forth this entire ball game, it seems.
Yeah.
Beavers, then Hoppers. I'm sorry, Beavers, then Mammoths, then Beavers. It's a 4-4 tie right now, and Riley Palmer can change that here with one swing of the at-bat. Big cut there, 0-1.
You have Ethan Whisker over there in scoring position for at third.
They're going to say goes around on that swing, 0-2. So that pitch was in the dirt. Jake Welch just 1 strike away from getting himself out of a jam here with runners at second and third and 2 outs. That's going to be a ball way inside. It's going to get away from Hunter Wood, and it's going to hit Riley Palmer, apparently.
Wow. I thought it was going to get. I thought it got away.
Yeah, both runners at second and third thought it got away, but apparently it hit Riley Palmer.
That's the third hit batter in this ball game from Jake Welch.
And now bases are loaded with 2 outs for R.J. Fuhr. So it seems him and Holcomb have just been struggling with their command. And maybe I'm trying to think if the humidity has anything to do with that. As it's awfully humid today after the rain.
Is.
Maybe it's affecting their grip on the baseball.
We thought when the rain came through, I thought it would cool things down, but that wasn't the case.
Unfortunately, because of the state we live in,
Yep.
you're never going to be sure on what the weather is going to be. Be a first pitch strike to R.J. Fuhr.
Manager Chris New was just hoping Jake Welch can just get out of this inning without giving up any runs. He's got the bases loaded right now.
R.J. Fuhr can do a lot of damage here as he's going to take that fastball for a strike on the inner third of the plate. 0-2.
R.J. Fuhr is technically 0-2 tonight, or is 0-2 tonight. Struck out and grounded out into a fielder's choice.
So that 0-2 count and 2 outs and bases loaded here in the bottom of the 5th. Jake Welch is setting himself on the mound. Here comes the 0-2. Be fouled off out of play. Going to call for time. R.J. Fuhr with an 0-2 count on him and a chance to give his team the lead. Here comes the pitch. Did he check? Did he hold up in time? The appeal, they say he did.
Ooh, Jake Welch started walking towards the dugout there.
So it'll be 1-2 now.
So did his infield.
That might have just been part of the, hey, that was a strike plan, though. I got to convince the umpire. Welch readies himself on the mound again and delivers the pitch. Another one fouled off, so the bases will remain loaded and the count will remain 1-2. That one's going to be hit towards left field. On the run is Oliveri, and he will make the catch on the run to end the inning. R.J. Fuhr nearly had himself a RBI single at least, but Oliveri making the catch on the run out in left field is going to rob him of a hit. And it's going to keep this game tied at 4 apiece as we go to the top of the 6th inning. When we come back, it's going to be Thomas Rulis, DeAndre Clark, and Brandon Raw up to bat. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please direct your attention towards home plate. We are proud to introduce Jeff and Chelsea. And Jeff and Chelsea have been blessed and are expecting an addition to their family. And with the help of Diamond Hoppers Casey Chenoweth, we are about to find out whether their bundle of joy is going to be a boy or a girl. Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers, the second baseman, number 13, Thomas Rulis.
Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the 6th inning as we've entered the second half of this ball game. Still tied 4 apiece. Thomas Rulis up to bat to lead things off.
Thomas Rulis is 0 for 2 tonight.
Going to show bunt on the first pitch, but pull it back as the pitcher's outside, 1-0.
He flew out and grounded out.
Jeremy Holcomb out there for his 6th inning work. Can't get the quality start anymore, but it would still be nice for him to go enough innings for his bullpen to, not have to go the whole game. 2-0. It's a tied 4-4 ball game, so it's not like it's that far out of reach. 2-1 for either team. It's just both teams have been going through stretches here where they hit the ball really well and then not hit the ball at all. It's going to be fouled off. 2-2 now.
Now, Rulis came in tonight's ball game hitting .362, had 51 hits, a home run, and 19 RBIs for the Beavers. I mean, he's been having himself a great season with the Beavers.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's leading the league right now in batting average, and that's for a reason. He's hit consistently in that 9-hole this whole season. The 2-2 driven high in the air. Into foul territory goes Palmer, the third baseman. Going to get called off by the shortstop, who actually had to leap to his left to make it. Nearly overran the ball, but made the catch.
And then Palmer just took a tumble to the ground.
So that's going to be a pop out to Kent Blackstone, the shortstop, even though it was way in foul territory. So it'll bring up DeAndre Clark.
DeAndre Clark, 0 for 3 tonight, struck out his last time up, which we're not used to seeing from him. Came into tonight's ball game hitting .299, 50 hits and 15 RBIs.
It's going to be a first pitch ball, 1-0. Riley Palmer at third, playing shallow in case of a bunt. 2-0 now to Clark. Another ball inside, 3-0. And he's going to take a big rip at, I'm sorry, he's going to take that for a ball, and he's going to draw himself a 4-pitch walk.
And here comes manager Shane McCaddy to the mound. Wonder if this is going to be it.
Slow walk here from him.
And you still got Ronel Perez over there in the Mammoth bullpen, still getting loose. I think this is just to talk some strategy, and
It'll be a quick meeting at the mound. So Brandon Raw, who hit that solo shot back in the first inning, is going to stand in. He's got a runner at first base here. He's already put a charge into one baseball today. Let's see what they do here to try and get him out. He takes a big cut there at a first pitch changeup, but comes up empty-handed, 0-1. He's going to swing, and looks like he barely gets a piece on that one, making it 0-2. So one out here with one on here in the top half of the sixth inning, 4-4 tie. See if Brandon Raw can hit a second home run of the night. I know it's asking a lot out of him, but
as soon as you say he might do it.
well,
Never
of
mind.
course, then he takes a big cut and comes up empty on a beautiful slider there from Jeremy Holcomb. And
He spoke
that
too soon.
is going to strike him out. So 2 outs and 1 on for Robbie Pauler.
Howard Palmer, besides striking out his last time up, had 2 hits in the night's ball game. It's 2 for 3.
He's keeping that batting average up. Got a runner at first and 2 outs. One of these teams is going to go home the victor at some point. So that's going to be a strike on the outer third of the plate. 0-1, of course. Now that it's tied 4-4, no one wants to score any more runs, apparently.
Yeah, it's been quiet.
Last inning and a half. Oh, 1 big cut there as he misses on a changeup outside. 0-2.
Holcomb, despite getting hit up a little bit and giving up some runs, been still doing a great job of mixing up pitches.
Runner at first base is DeAndre Clark. Got a lot of speed. See if they send him here with 2 strikes and 2 outs.
Holcomb just going to look him back to first.
Let you pitch. Outside. Oh, no, they're going to call that a strike. And
Wow.
a strike on the outer third of the plate is going to make it, going to end the top of the 6th inning.
7 strikeouts now for Jeremy Holcomb.
So the Beavers leave one stranded at first base, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, where due up for the Westside Woolly Mammoths is going to be Kent Blackstone, Tommy Fiesel, and Joey Davis. Still 4-4 tie. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the 6th inning. We got a new pitcher on the mound now, Dan.
Yeah, we do. It's the left-hander Brandon Maddern taking on the mound. Brandon Maddern so far this season. This is, I think, our second time seeing him on the mound for pitching. And he, in 3 innings pitched, has 1 win, 0 losses, given up 1 hit, 1 walk, has 4 strikeouts, and his ERA still at 0.
It's now a 1-0 pitch, or 1-0 count on Kent Blackstone. Jake Welch's day is done. Not the best outing we've seen out of him.
No.
He has the lowest ERA in the league coming into today, so we're going to give him a mulligan on today's start. Same with Jeremy Holcomb. They're both very good pitchers. It's just today they just didn't happen to have the stuff. It happens to the best of them.
Mm-hmm.
Welch went 5 innings pitched, gave up 3 hits only, as that's going to be a bunt, and the second baseman should get there in time, and they're going to get Kent Blackstone at first.
Second time this ump.
And I have to agree with Kent Blackstone. I thought he was safe
He's
down there. And they're going
tossed
to toss Kent Blackstone.
Wow. Manager Shane McKay's can't believe it either. You know, that happened already earlier in this ball game.
That was a closer play, but this one he looked like he was
I thought
safe.
he was safe.
But it's going to be a out because you can't overturn the call.
I believe it was Thomas Fiesel earlier in tonight's ball game. It was a close play over there at first. Was called out.
I believe you're right. And it should be Thomas Fiesel coming up to bat now.
That was Thomas Fiesel who actually got ejected. Wasn't Blackstone. Or was it?
Blackstone should have been up to bat, as R.J. Fuhr is the one who ended the 7th or the 5th inning. Yeah.
Actually, it is. You're right.
All right.
Thomas Fiesel. The scoreboard's just messing with
The
us
scoreboard
now.
said Joey Davis, who's next in the lineup, so that's why we were really
There we go.
confused there.
But Blackstone has been tossed after questioning the call over there by the first place ump.
I have to agree with Blackstone. He
Yeah.
looked safe to me from up here. It's going to be first pitch. I think it went off the bat of Fiesel, but they're saying it says ball on the scoreboard, so I'll wait and see before I make my announcement.
It's unfortunate there.
Pitch is going to be inside. 2-0 now, I believe it is, on Fiesel. Maddern sets on the mound. He's a tall lefty. That one's going to be in there for a strike. 2-1. Oh, that one's going to be, try to go to the same location, but it's going to be a little bit inside. 3-1 now to Fiesel. Fiesel did have a base hit today, Dan.
Yes, he did, and that came back in the first.
Be a ground ball back to the second baseman, Rulis. He's got it. Throws down to the first. He'll be in time. And that's going to be 2 outs here in the top of the bottom of the 6th. Joey Davis will stand in.
Technically 0 for 2 tonight, even though this is his 4th plate appearance. Struck out and then flew out and also walked.
That's going to be called a strike 0-1. Joey Davis could not believe that. He was in disbelief at that call. The officiating today has been a little bit questionable.
Yes, it has.
I mean, the umpires are humans too and tend to make mistakes. As that one's going to be hit sky high in the air. The third baseman, Kennan, is underneath it on the third base line. Will make the catch, and it's going to be a 1-2-3 inning, albeit a little bit controversial for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. We go to the top of the 7th, Dan, where due out for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers is going to be Christian Helsel, Hunter Wood, and Dan Kennan. Game is still tied 4-4. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Hey, it's Matt Derry out here in right field in front of the merchandising tent and the trailer. We're having a blast. Get your USPBL gear right here. We've got 24 different kind of hats. We've got jerseys, pennants, foam figures. This Westside Woolly Mammoths jersey is straight fire. You've got to get these jerseys, these hats, everything out here in right field. And, of course, the merchandising area behind home plate in the grandstand. Check it out.
Welcome back, everyone, to the top of the 7th inning. Christian Helsel set to lead things off here against a new pitcher.
Yeah, just like the Beavers changing pitchers, so has the Woolly Mammoths, and it's Ronel Perez taking over on the mound. In just 9.5 innings pitched, Ronel Perez has 0 wins, 1 loss, giving up 19 hits, 7 walks, has 7 strikeouts, giving up 14 runs, 11 in which were earned, an ERA of 10.24, and hopefully he can lower that.
Jeremy Holcomb's day is done at 6 innings, gives up 9 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts, giving up 1 home run in the process, which was that solo shot to Brandon Raw in the first. It's 0-2 now on Christian Helsel against Ronel Perez. Be a ball outside, 1-2 now. Perez sets himself on the mound, and here comes the 1-2. And Christian Helsel's going to take a swing at a very bad pitch down low and away, and he'll go down. And it's going to be a strikeout for Ronel Perez to start his outing here today.
Next up, the catcher number 23, Hunter Wood.
Hunter Wood is technically 0 for 2 tonight, despite being walked back in the third. His first plate appearance, grounded into that double play, and grounded out his last time up.
See if he can turn that luck around here as he fouls the first pitch into the netting behind home plate, 0-1. It's going to be in there. It's going to be a ball, though, 1-1. It's going to foul that one off, 1-2. Ooh, that one, another bad tip of Hamner. He's already gotten beat up quite a bit behind the plate.
He's really feeling it right now.
Shane McCaddy out there. Looks like it went off his hand again. It went off his hand earlier in the ball game. And I'm sure that's got to sting. There's not a whole lot of meat on the hand that will, like, you know, absorb the impact.
Yeah, he's really grabbing his hand right now.
So I can totally see why it'd be stinging for him. We actually have both Shane McCaddy and Chris Newell, both managers over by Hamner, making sure she's all right as the Beaumont doctors come jogging out.
Yeah, he's really feeling the pain right now in that wrist.
Hopefully he's all right. I'm sure Nick Krause is on standby right now in case he has to come out of the game. Although it looks like he's going to put his equipment back on, and he's good to go.
You'll get a round of applause from the fans here at the ballpark. Had a pretty good turnout this evening as well. Tonight was it bobblehead night? Woolly Mammoth bobblehead night?
Westside Woolly Mammoth bobblehead night.
Did you get one?
For sure. I did not.
Me either.
I'm not a big bobblehead guy, personally. They're neat, but
Yeah.
not worth adding to my collection. So now Hunter Wood stands back in, and Perez is delivering the 1-2. It's going to hit right back to the mound. Perez knocks it down, and he's able to get that nice reaction there by Ronell Perez. And he's going to be able to throw out Wood at home or first base.
He'll get a round of applause for that great play.
He wasn't able to glove it, but he was able to knock it down to the mound, and where he's able to pick it up and make the throw. So now Dan Kennan will step in.
And man, he's having himself a night. Has 3 RBIs in the ball game.
Wouldn't it be a great way to cap that off by hitting his first home run of the season here to give his team the lead?
He had 2 RBI single in the 3rd, and then he had a RBI single back in the 5th.
That one's going to be bounced in there for a ball, 1-0.
And I picked him as my player of the game this evening. Got that Dan connection going tonight, like you like to say.
The Dan. The DDC, Dan connection. Be fouled in the netting behind home plate. 1-1 now. Nice 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Ronell Perez. Perez sets on the mound and delivers the 1-1. That's going to be driven towards the gap in left center field. It's going to get over the head of the second shortstop over there, Jeff Smith.
Man, what a night he's been having, Dan Kennan.
His 3rd hit of the night, and he's been the spark plug in the lineup for the Beavers so far. So Daniel Oliveri will stand in. So we go from Dan to Dan to Dan, which I made that joke earlier. I can't stop myself.
Oliveri had a hit back in the 2nd and had a walk in the 3rd, but then struck out in his last plate appearance.
He's going to take a called first strike, 0-1.
So 1 for 2 tonight.
Yo, 1 pitch comes in. Thrown on at first base and not going to be in time as Hamner behind the plate tried to catch Kennan sleeping.
But he's awake.
It's a 4-4 ball game here in the top of the 7th inning. With a 0-2 count. As he's grounded down the third base line, Palmer sliding, makes the stop. Throw it on the first is not going to be in time. And it's just going to be an infield hit for Daniel Oliveri. So now with a tie ball game here in the top of the 7th, there's a runner in scoring position for DJ Martinez. Let's see if he can bring home the run and give the Beavers their lead again. They had the lead back in the early half of this ball game till the bottom of the third happened, which was that grand slam from Sean Wood.
I went over there to the hill.
Be a foul ball out of play. It's going to make its way into the stands, and one lucky fan just caught that one falling down right into his lap, really. So 0-1 now.
What luck there.
He's going to ground that one fouled on the third base line. Be another foul ball. 0-2 still on DJ Martinez. He's got a chance to bring a runner home, giving the Beavers a 5-4 lead, although there are 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. He's going to drive that one deep to left field. On the run is Fuhr, and he's going to watch that one go. DJ Martinez with a 3-run home run to left field, his first of the season, is going to give the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers a 7-4 lead in the top of the 7th.
Wow. Man, was that a beautiful swing from Martinez.
From an unlikely source, DJ Martinez with his first home run of the season, giving his team a 7-4 lead here in the top of the 7th.
Wow, this has been a great ball game this evening, but runs came off of, like you said, unlikely sources.
First pitch of Rules is going to be fouled off. 0-1, but now the Beavers are out to a 7-4 lead. 3 home runs we've seen in this ball game.
Brand's a grand slam too.
Yeah, a solo shot, a grand slam, and a 3-run home run. Now we just need a 2-run home run to complete the home run cycle. Be a foul ball on the left side. 0-2. DJ Martinez, his first of the season, coming in game, I believe, 57.
Yeah. This is great.
To give his team a 3-run lead in the top half of the 7th. What a game this has been.
It has.
First, we expect it to be like a 1-run game because of the pitchers on the mound, and that's going to be flared to left field. Fair ball. That's going to roll all the way to the corner. Rounding first base is Rulis. He's heading to second, and he will slide in there safely. Not even sliding. He actually got in there standing up. And Thomas Rulis has a double now. So now all of a sudden, the Beavers' bats are really working. I didn't really get a chance to mention this directly. I kind of mentioned it indirectly by saying he was the cutoff man. But Jeff Smith out there at shortstop right now after Blackstone got thrown out. So Smith is now your number 9 hitter in the lineup for the Mammoths. So DeAndre Clark to step in with a runner at second base. A chance to further extend this lead for the Beavers.
DeAndre Clark tonight is 0 for 3. Technically, I mean, he walked his last time up, but first plate appearance, grounded out. Second plate appearance, grounded out. And then his third plate appearance, struck out. And this will draw a meeting to the mound to Shane McCanny. I'm thinking that's going to be it for Ronel
Yeah, the
Perez.
bullpen door is open right now down there for the Westside Woolly Mammoths. And it looks like he's asking for the baseball. So Ronel Perez comes in and goes 2/3 of an inning pitched. Gets the first 2 batters out fairly easily, Dan, but runs into some trouble, giving up 4 consecutive hits. And one of which was a 3-run home run by DJ Martinez.
Yes, and that was his first of the season.
So as of right now, Perez has gone 2/3 of an inning pitch, given up 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, no walks, and 1 strikeout. But that could go up to 4 earned runs if Thomas Rulis comes around to score.
Now doing the pitching on the mound is right-hander Gavin Collins. Collins this season in 13 innings pitch, 0 wins, 2 losses, giving up 10 hits, giving up 7 runs, 5 of which were earned, gave up 9 walks, has 13 strikeouts, an ERA of 3.46.
Yeah, Gavin Collins has done pretty good work out of the bullpen for the Westside Woolly Mammoths so far this year in their debut with the league. Let's see if he can come out here and just get the final out. And hopefully the Mammoths can come out in the bottom half of the 7th and try and tie this game up. But what a game it's been. To give you a quick recap, Dan, it's been phenomenal.
Yes, it has. You know, both pitchers, Jeremy Holcomb and Jake Welch, have a struggling start. You know, this game was struggling for them.
Not often you see that out of those two. Brandon Raw with a solo shot in the top half of the first inning. Made it a 1-0 ball game. Then Dan Kennan with a 2-run single. Made it 3-0. And then a grand slam from Sean Wood of the Westside Woolly Mammoths in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Made it 4-3. 4-4 in the top half of the 5th inning, I believe it was. Come from an RBI from Dan Kennan, making it 3 RBIs for him on the night. It was all that way just till moments ago when DJ Martinez, with his first home run of the season, drove one deep to left field for a 3-run home run, making the Beavers take the lead at 7-4. And that's going to draw out the relief pitcher Gavin Collins and chase Ronel Perez from the ballgame. First pitch to Dondre Clark is going to be taken for a strike, 0-1. It's going to be fouled off in the netting. Clark had a good swing at that one. If he could have squared up on that one, he could have driven that one into the outfield. 0-2. Clark still looking for his first hit today. Pitch from Collins is in. That's going to be a ground ball towards the shortstop, Smith. The throw to first is not going to be in time.
Wow.
And Clark takes a stumble, running past first base, but he seems okay. So it's going to be an infield hit for Denandre Clark. And that's going to put a runner at first base and third base. Almost forgot that one. That was kind of crucial.
I was going to catch you up on that one.
Like, don't forget third base. A little bit crucial, considering he's like 90 feet from home.
Yeah. Here's Brandon Raw, your pick for player of the game this evening.
He's already got a home run today, so I do have that under my belt.
And he has a guy in scoring position here.
But right now, Dan Kennan's got the player of the game title with that, but at least between me, you, and Johnny G.
Yeah.
Those 3 players that are duking it out, even though they don't know that they're duking it out. Dan Kennan has 3 RBIs. So running for second base is Denandre Clark. He's going to get to the outfield, and that's going to allow the runner from third, Thomas Drulis, to score. And Clark's going to get all the way to third. Bad throw by Hamner is going to allow another run to score.
8-4 now.
And, yeah, make it 8-4, and that's going to be 4 earned runs for Ronel Perez. And now Brenner Raw, the runner at third base, still can make it 9-4. As this is starting to get out of hand, a game that was been close all game long here in the top of the 7th, starting to go a little bit crazy. This be a ball hitting a foul territory, out of play, remain 0-2. Comes the 0-2 pitch. It's be hitting a foul territory on the right side. Going to go out of play towards the right field patio. So another run just scored a moment ago thanks to a poor throw trying to catch the runner stealing. And it's going to be inside for a ball, 1-2. So just a few players for both teams doing all the work, it seems. Martinez with a 3-run home run. That one's going to be outside. Count's going to fall even, 2-2. Jan Kennan with 3 RBIs, then Sean Wood with 4 RBIs. Of course, then my pick, Brandon Raw, is just there with 1. Of course, it was a solo shot to dead center field, really showing off his power there. See if he can do it again here with a 2-2 count and 2 outs and a runner at third. He's going to hit that one towards the third baseman, through into the left side. And Brandon Raw's got a second RBI of the day here with an RBI single in the left field.
Now 9-4.
And this is really starting to get away from the Westside Woolly Mammoths.
And the way the Beavers been hitting the baseball, if they're able to hold on here, it's going to be hard to pick our player of the game.
He's going to be fouled in the netting behind home plate. 0-1.
Right now, I think DJ Martinez is leading away with that home run and 3 RBIs.
Yeah, that's the difference maker so far in the game.
Brandon Raw also has a home run and 2 RBIs.
Although Dan Kennan is 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs.
Yeah,
So it's a tough decision. Be 1-1 now. If that pitch missed outside, that fastball.
Robert Pollard has 2 hits in this ball game. Came in the first and 1 came in the third.
Struck out twice looking since then,
Yeah.
though. The runner at first base is Brandon Raw. One's be hit high in the air. Behind home plate, out of play.
Hits the top of the roof here at Jimmy
Yeah,
John's
I heard
field.
it clink. So, 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's going to be a half-hearted swing. It's going to stay fair on the third base line. They're going to have to get the throw down there in time, and they're going to get the runner by a step, and that umpire is not being forgiving down there the first base line. This time it's the Beavers you feel his wrath, but the Beavers score 5 runs here in the top of the 7th inning, and that was a 3-run home run from DJ Martinez, a run scoring because of a poor throw on a stealing attempt, and then an RBI single from Brandon Raw. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Where Joe for the Mammoths is going to be Alex Abbott, Ethan Whisker, and Sean Wood. It's 7th inning stretch time here at Jimmy John's Field, and we will be back shortly. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The Mammoths all of a sudden have a big deficit as the Beavers get 5 across the plate in the top half of the inning.
Yeah, Ronald Perez came in and gave up 3 runs, 4 in which were earned, and then Cowers gave up a run as well.
And that's going to be a strike 0-1 to Alex Abbott. Brandon Mattern still on the mound here. He had a good first inning of work. He's in line for the win now if the Beavers can hold out. 0-1 pitch, big whiff there. Beautiful curveball by Brandon Mattern.
Oh, yeah, it was.
He got Abbott swinging over top of it, 0-2. Yeah, 1-2-3 for Mattern in the 6th inning. His team goes out in the bottom half, or the top half of the 7th, and scores 5 runs, giving him a 5-run lead to work with. So let's hope he can continue that trend here. That pitch is going to be high in the air. Pop up behind home plate. Wood into foul territory. It's going to land in the stands, though, so the count's going to remain at 0-2.
And right in the first row, took a bounce and went up further here in the stands. Alex Abbott's 0 for 2 tonight.
Struck out swinging his last time up. He's actually struck out twice today. He drives that one to left field. In a foul territory, Kennan on the run to the warning track. Won't make it in time, as that one's going to land safely. 0-2 will remain. He's going to drive that one towards center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Alex Abbott has reached with a base hit for the first time today now.
Now batting the first baseman, number 22, Ethan Whisker.
So now Ethan Whisker will stand in. Dan, he has reached safely in all 3 of his at-bats.
They've been weird ones, too.
But not from base hits.
No. He reached safely his first time out, dropped 3rd strike. Then he reached safely on a fielder's choice his 2nd time up, and then walked his 3rd time.
So maybe this time he'll complete the I don't know how
Weird outing?
Reach bases safely psych. I don't know what to call it, but let's see if he can get a base hit here to kind of round things out there. 1-0 now after that pitch missed outside.
Yeah, it's definitely been a weird night at his plate appearance.
Brendan Mattern with the first base runner he's faced today. Looks like he throws a slider in there for a strike, 1-1. I believe it was the slider. That or it can be hard to tell sometimes from up here. I don't have fancy dancy computer that'll tell me. Big cut there. That time it was a slider, 1-2. Runner at first base with no outs. See, 1-2 count comes in. It's going to be fouled out of plate on the right side. Be a ball high. 2-2 now. Mammoths had the lead for a hot second after Sean Wood hit a grand slam back in the 3rd inning. Then in the 5th, the Beavers tied it up and then took the lead here in the top of the 7th inning, scoring 5 runs, making it 9-4. It's going to be fouled off, and the count's going to remain even.
Ethan Whisker just barely getting a piece of that baseball.
Staying alive here. That's what's important for him and his baseball club. They got a runner at first base with no outs as they look to try and chip away at this lead. They got 9 outs left in this ball game to score 5 runs to tie it. Be a ball high and away. Count's going to run full now, 3-2. Mattern had a 1-2-3 6th inning. Give a leadoff single here and now has a full count on Ethan Whisker. Kind of follows that trend. Just looking at the Mammoths, or the Beavers pitching staff today, they have exchanged 1-2-3 innings every other inning. He's going to get Whisker swinging, though, on a beautiful pitch there, right down the middle.
Was. Ethan Whisker could not catch up with that one.
Just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, in the first inning, Welch gave up a hit, and that runner advanced to third base. He had a 1-2-3 inning in the second. And the third, he gave up that grand slam. In the fourth, he had a 1-2-3 inning. In the fifth, he walked the bases loaded, or he walked the batter, then hit 2 batters to load the bases. Got out of that with no run scoring, though, somehow. As Wood takes a big cut at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. And then Mattern came out in the 6th inning and had a 1-2-3 sixth, and now there's a runner at first base here in the 7th. So if that follows the trend, the 8th inning should be 1-2-3 for the Beavers as well. But, you know, fate doesn't work that way sometimes. No. Ooh, that was a close pitch there on that fastball. 1-1 now. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at first base, and a 9-4 deficit for the Westside Woolly Mammoths as they attempt to chip away at this lead. Be a ball high, 2-1. Another big cut there. Wood couldn't catch up with that one. 2-2. Sean Woods 1 for 2 today. Struck out swinging, hit the grand slam, and was hit by a pitch. And he's going to swing and miss there and strike out swinging for his 2nd time today. So after giving a leadoff walk, Mattern has struck out the next 2 batters.
Not bad at all.
I would say not. So now Kyle Hamner will step in. As Mattern looks to get out of the 7th inning here, no damage done.
Hamner's 0 for 2 tonight, despite being hit by a pitch back in the 3rd.
Big cut there by Hamner as he misses there.
He's been getting beat up this evening. Hamner behind the plate,
yeah,
and even at his plate appearance.
Twice today, he's been hitting that hand that doesn't have the glove on it on foul tips, and the last time he was down for quite a while. He's going to hit that one sky high in the air. Hunter Wood into foul territory down the right side. So is Pollard charging. Pollard looks like he has it. Will make the catch, and after giving up the leadoff walk, Mattern gets the next 3 guys out. And we go to the top of the 7th inning, top of the 8th inning, where the Beavers still have a 9-4 lead. Due up for the Beavers is going to be Helsel, Wood, and Kennan in the top half of the 8th inning. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Got a mascot here for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to the video board. Someone has a very important question to ask.
Welcome back, everyone, to the top of the 8th inning.
It's a 9-4 ball game here. Beavers out in front.
Now batting for the Beavers, the designated hitter number 18, Christian Nelson.
Christian Helsel is going to come up to bat. He led off the last inning, too. Led it off with a strikeout, but led off the last inning nonetheless, and they scored 5 runs. So
He's back up again.
guess this part of the lineup's pretty lucky for him.
Yeah.
He's going to take a big cut there. First pitch strike, 0-1. Kevin Collins out there for his second inning of work, or actually first full inning of work. He got the final out in the last inning, although he struggled to find it, giving up 2 runs in the process. Only one of which was earned, though. 0-2. That one was fouled off. Another fastball from Gavin Collins. Collins coming into the day has a ERA sub-4. It's in the high 3s, but still good. But now he's given up 1 earned run, and it's just been a rough day for both teams, it seems, pitching-wise. That'll be a ball inside, 1-0.
Yeah, you had Holcomb and Welch who started this game out. Holcomb went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 were earned, and only gave up 4 walks and had 5 strikeouts. On the other hand, you had Jake Welch on the mound. It went only 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 in which were earned, and had 4 walks and 7 strikeouts. But both pitchers did give up a home run.
Well, not just the starting pitchers, where they both got 4 earned runs. Perez only went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 4 earned runs. And now Gavin Collins, in just 1/3 of an inning, has an earned run against him. Brendan Mattern so far has 2 innings pitched and only given up 1 hit, though, so he's been a silver lining. That one's driven deep to left field by Helsel, and that one climbing the wall is Fuhr, and he's not going to get it. So a solo shot for Christian Helsel here is going to add on to the home run total. That's the 3rd home run of the day for the Beavers.
10-4 now.
And a solo shot for Christian Helsel.
Wow. Man, both teams want to swing for the fences this evening. But how about the Beavers? They're swinging for the fences.
Yeah, they are, and they're really beating up on the Beavers. I'm sorry, the Westside Woolly Mammoths. So now Hunter Wood will stand in. Wood 0 for 3 today. Did reach on a walk back in the 3rd inning, though. First pitch is going to be a ball low, 1-0. So Christian Helsel goes deep. Him, Raw, and DJ Martinez have gone deep for the Beavers today. That makes it 10-4 in this ball game. Got to give Fuhr some credit, though. He made a valiant effort climbing the wall out there in left field. Looked like a close play, but just made it over the wall. He swung on and missed there, 1-1.
Despite being walked this evening, Hunter Woods 0 for 3. Came in tonight's ball game hitting .244.
He's going to take a big cut there and miss at a fastball, 1-2. Fastball's on the outer 3rd of the plate. Hunter Wood's going to step back into the batter's box now. Kevin Collins now giving him 2 earned runs, today's ball game. It's going to be a ground ball towards the shortstop, Smith. Smith has it. It's going to throw down to Whisker, and it's going to be in time. First out here in the top half of the 8th inning.
Now back to third baseman, number 10, Dan Kennedy.
Here's my pick for player of the game this evening, Dan Kennan. 3 RBIs tonight.
And 3 for 4, 3 base
Yeah.
hits. He's been very good today for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers, as have many of the batters. The offense has done a good job today.
Now the Woolly Mammoths do have action in their bullpen, and this their right-hander Luke McCaddy.
Actually, Dan, looking up and down the scorecard right now, just now realizing only one Birmingham-Bloomfield Beaver does not have a hit today. And that is Hunter Wood, who only has a walk so far. So the chances of him getting a hit today are pretty slim. But everyone else at least has a base hit. That's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is.
Just tells you how well their bats are swinging today.
That's definitely put a smile on manager Chris Newell's face this evening.
So 1-1 now on Dan Kennan. Chris Newell's all the managers here
They
are very nice. I've never had a bad interaction with one of them. Big cut there from Kennan as he swings and misses at a strike zone high, 1-2. I remember I was doing sound check earlier today, and I was just walking down the diamond tables, and Chris Newell spotted me, came up to me, and asked me how I was doing, and I was like, doing great. Thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he didn't have to go out of his way to do that, but you know, it was just a nice little gesture. It was gonna be fouled off of Kennan.
Yeah, teams didn't take BP unless they did there in the back. But the last time the Beavers played, which was that Sunday, I was on the field and talking with manager Chris Newell. He's a great guy.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 10-4 ball game in favor of the Beavers as Dan Kennan stands in. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled off another one to stay alive. Good job by Kennan to protect the plate. Beavers have 15 hits today, opposed to the Mammoths 4. I'd say that the Mammoths have been, I will say this, the Mammoths have been making good use of the few hits they do have. That grand slam by Sean Wood is proof of that. That's all 4 runs they have today.
One team's going to have to hit the batting cages.
But, yeah, the Beavers aren't afraid of pouring things on here. Dan Kennan going to swing and stay alive as he fouls off another one down low.
Luke McCaddy continues to get warmed up in the Mammoths bullpen.
That's going to be a ball inside. 2-2. Luke McCaddy last time out, at least last time we saw him, was on Sunday. We went 1 inning pitch, gave up a 1 hit, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. So not a terrible performance, but not the best either. Now it's going to be hit towards center field. On the move is Fiesel as he's coming charging in and makes a diving catch. In a game full of offensive play, a great defensive play there.
Man, he had to come in for that one.
Yeah, it looked like at first he took a step back thinking it was going to be coming further and then realized it was going to drop down, so he came charging in and made a great diving play. So Dan Kennan is out on a fly out to Fiesel in the center, and that'll bring up Daniel Oliveri.
He's 2 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, he had a base hit in the 2nd inning and an infield hit in the 7th as he takes a cut at that one, comes up empty 0-1. Nice
he also
fastball
walked
there.
Back in the 3rd. And then, of course, in the 5th, struck out.
So a mixed bag from Oliveri today, but he's got a multi-hit game going, so it's pretty impressive. He's going to hit that one to left field and make another base hit for him as that one gets down safely. So Oliveri's got 3 hits today. So these bats are just swinging very well for the Beavers today.
Oh, yeah, they are.
16th hit of the day for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. So now DJ Martinez, who Dan has the difference maker right now.
Yeah, he does. He had a 3-run home run back in the 7th.
Yeah, the first home run of the season. And it was the difference maker, 3-run home run that made it 7-4. The throw down of first base is not in time, as sliding back in safely is Daniel Oliveri.
His first home run of the season, like you were saying, came here in game 57. Did it in the 7th inning.
Better late than never. Gave his team a 3-run lead at the time. Now, of course, they're up to a 6-run lead, thanks to Rulis scoring on a poor throw to second base, and then an RBI single from Brandon Raw. And then here a solo shot from Helsel in this inning. One 0 is going to be a base hit towards right field. And Martinez has got himself a 3-hit day as well.
Man, they are hitting this evening. Beavers, man.
So now Thomas Rulis with 2 outs will stand in. Got runners at first and second as an opportunity here to further extend the lead and really rub the salt in the wound here. But again, there's no safe lead in this league. We've seen that multiple times before.
Yeah.
You might think a 6-run lead is out of reach, but not to these teams. It was the Mammoths last weekend who scored 3 in the 8th inning to bring the score closer. And then I remember the Hoppers scoring 5 and then bottom in the 9th. These teams don't give up. It doesn't matter what inning it is. They're going to try and score as many runs as possible and stay in this game. 1-0 after that fastball missed high and away. Coming out to the mound now is Hamner to have a talk to Collins, try and calm him down.
Got 2 outs here, but they've been hitting him up this inning.
Dan, you know what I just noticed? And this is going to sound really silly. They made a path from the mound to the home plate.
What he did?
That is something
I just noticed
that's
that
something
too.
I've been saying all season long that they should add.
You're right.
Because as much as that's going to be a base hit into the right side, and they're going to wave Oliveri around third base, and the throw in is not going to be in time, and that's be an RBI single for Thomas Rulis.
That's a now 11-4 ball game.
So Rulis has an RBI today, making it 11-4, and Martinez is at third base. Runners at the corners. Shane McCaddy coming out to the mound here. That's probably going to do it for Gavin Collins, and it will as the bullpen door is open. So Collins goes 1 inning pitched. Gives up 6 hits. Not good.
No.
Gives up 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. Doesn't walk a batter and no strikeouts. Gives up
Not the
1
outing
home run.
he wanted.
So not the outing that Collins wanted here. And we turn it over to a righty on the mound.
Well, you know you had Luke McCaddy warming up in the bullpen, but they decided to go somewhere else. Trying to figure out who it really is. Actually, it is Luke McCaddy.
I was thinking, I'm like, that kind of does look like him. But you're the eyes here at the binoculars,
Yes,
so I was
it
gonna
is
let
Luke
you make the.
McCaddy taking over on the mound for the Woolly Mammoths. Now, McCaddy in 7 innings pitch has 1 win, 0 losses, given up 7 hits, given up 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, given up 2. His 4 strikeouts, and the ERA at 2.45.
At ERA at 2.45, he doesn't come in for long. He usually comes in for an inning, maybe 2 innings, but he does pretty good work. He did give up that earned run last appearance, but again, his ERA is at 2.45, so that tells you all you need to know about how effective he is on the mound. He comes in here in the top of the 8th inning, just has to get 1 more out to send it to the bottom half.
Attention, please now pitching for the Westside Woolly Mammoths from Oxford, Michigan, number 19, Luke McCaddy.
But man, the Beavers tonight has just been making great contact with the ball.
Yeah, the Beavers got out to a 1-0 lead back in the 1st inning, and a home run by Brandon Raw to center field. Solo shot. 3rd inning, they scored 2 more, making it 3-0 thanks to a Dan Kennan 2 RBI single. Sean Wood did give the Mammoths a brief lead with a grand slam, making it 4-3, but then the Beavers tied it up in the 5th inning thanks to an RBI single from, again, Dan Kennan. In the 7th inning, they took the lead back when they scored 5 runs. RBIs go to Raw, Raw and Martinez. Martinez with a 3-run home run. And then in the 8th inning here, they've scored 2 more, a solo shot from Helsel and an RBI single for Rulis, making it 11-4. As that one's going to be hit high in the air towards left field. Fuhr on the run. It's going to drop into foul territory. Not going to be able to get there in time. 0-1 to DeNandre Clark. This is his 6th at-bat of the ball game, and it's only the 8th inning, or it's in the 8th inning. Did finally reach base safely his last time up. be foul tipped. 0-2. We're at first base. Yeah, looked like a pitch out there to try and see if Rulis will try and steal, but no dice. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on DeAndre Clark. And he's going to swing and miss, and he is frustrated at himself with runners at the corners. But Luke McKetty comes in here and gets the final out and finally stops the bleeding for the Westside Woolly Mammoths. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're due up for the Westside Woolly Mammoths is Riley Palmer, R.J. Fuhr, and Jeff Smith. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the 8th inning. It is now, Dan, a 7-run deficit.
Yeah, it's an 11-4 ball game. You know, the last time these two teams faced each other, Beavers ended up winning 11-6 was the final.
See if history repeats itself here.
But Brandon Mattern's done a great job coming on the mound after replacing Jake Welch. He's back out there this inning.
His 3rd inning of work here. First pitch ball to Riley Palmer. Look at a fastball there, 1-0. Two and 0 now. The pitch comes in. That's going to be a fastball that's going to miss low. 3-0. Mattern's fastball is probably, to be honest, one of the slower ones in the league. It's about 85 to 88. But he does good work here because he doesn't just throw the fastball. He doesn't rely on it. And I mentioned this earlier. You can't just rely on one pitch like some of these guys do with their velocity. And he does a good job of mixing in pitches. That one's going to be in there for a strike, 3-1. And that one's going to miss just barely, and Riley Palmer's going to draw a walk to lead off the 8th inning.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 6, R.J. Fuhr.
And that's going to be it for Mattern.
Solid performance by him, though.
Oh, yeah, it was.
He goes 2 innings pitched. Gives up 2 hits, no runs, Earned runs portions up in the air, though, as that runner at first base is inherited. Doesn't walk anyone and strikes out one as well. So, very impressive performance. The best pitcher we've seen today, I believe. We're going to get a lefty on the mound now.
It looks like it's going to be...
I'm sorry, it will be a righty. Walking out, he had his glove in his right hand, but it wasn't on his right hand.
It's going to be the right-hander Brian Heldman out of San Diego, California. Over on the mound now.
Brian Heldman's been pretty good for the Beavers so far this season.
Yeah, in 14 innings pitched, has 1 win, 1 loss. Gave up 21 hits, gave up 16 runs, 13 which were earned. Gave up 9 walks. It's 18 strikeouts and an ERA of 8.35.
He's going to come in here and try and get out of this inning here and head it to the top of the 9th. He's got a runner on base.
Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers from San Diego, California, number 22, Brian Heldman.
He's going to be inheriting that runner, Riley Palmer, at first base because Mattern is the one who walked him. As he continues to warm up out there.
Looks like Brian Heldman has some fans out here.
Yeah, there's some opposing chants here as get a few fans who are chanting Brian Heldman and then a few fans who are chanting RJ Fuhr. Those are the two guys who are facing each other right now. Heldman on the mound, Fuhr at the plate. Fuhr's 0 for 3, and that's a nice slider thrown in there. 0-1.
Heldman's got that unique pitching style. We always say it when he comes down the mound.
Yeah, that sidearm from Heldman makes him a weapon out of the bullpen. If he can really nail down the mechanical issues and the control, he'd be dominant, and that's going to be just a flare down the third base. They're going to try and go to second.
Oh,
and
pulled him off the bag.
Pulled him off the bag, so no double play. But they get the runner heading for first.
Next up, the shortstop, number 2, Jeff
But
Smith.
Riley Palmer will advance to second on the play. So a flare out for RJ Fuhr will bring Jeff Smith up to the plate. So runner in scoring position now for the Westside Woolly Mammoths as they look to chip away at this lead here. Or, I'm sorry, RJ Fuhr reached safely.
It's an infield single.
I thought it was a flare over there, but it must have hit the ground. I must have missed that small part. My apologies. RJ Fuhr is safe at first on an infield single. I thought it went straight off his bat into the glove of Kennan at third base, but it must have hit the ground somewhere in the middle there. So runners at first and second with no outs here for the Westside Woolly Mammoths.
A runner over there at second, if he comes around and scores, that would be charged to
Mattern.
Mattern.
0-2 now after Smith takes a big rip there. Smith is replacing Blackstone.
After he...
Got thrown out.
Yeah.
Got ejected in the 6th inning after arguing a call out at out at first base. He was running down the line. I thought he was safe.
I
He
did
looked safe
too.
to me. I thought it was a
Yes.
bad call by the ump. But
There's, tonight, been very off tonight.
yeah,
it
you
seems like.
can't argue balls and strikes in this league. Outs? That's going to be hit over the head of Martinez at short. They're going to wave that runner around third base. Palmer coming in will score. RBI single for Jeff Smith here is going to make it 11-5. And that'll make it 1 earned run for Brendan Mattern. So now Tommy Fiesel will stand in. Runners still at first and second and no outs here in the top of the 8th inning. It's going to be a strike in there. Slider hits the strike zone 0-1 on the outer third of the plate. Fiesel's going to take that one. Hard to lay off that curveball as it looked like it was coming right over the heart of the plate, but it broke outside for a ball. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball towards the shortstop Martinez. He has it. The throw to second's in time. The throw down to first. Not in time. That's going to be a bad throw. Thrown away, and the runner from third is going to score. So they will get the first out of the inning. But it's going to be an RBI fielder's choice for Tommy Fiesel. Make it 11-6 with 1 out.
Hey, same score as last Sunday. Right now.
That it is. So runner at first base with 1 out here. He's going to foul that one off his leg is Joe Davis, 0-1. Heldman sets on the mound and delivers the pitch. It's going to be grounded towards the third baseman. The throw to second is in any time. The relay to first, not going to happen as the slide by Fiesel is going to interrupt that play. So again, they're going to get the lead runner. And again, another player is going to hit into a fielder's choice. Alex Abbott will stand in now. The runner at first base and 2 outs.
Alex Abbott had a hit his last time up. Struck out twice in the ballgame this evening and also walked.
1-0 now. It's going to be a... Okay, that was a ball. Come on, ump. Called that one for a strike. That slider was outside the strike zone, but 1-1 it'll be.
Extending the strike zone here, the ump.
Well, the game is starting to drag. It is already 10-16. We've played the game for over 3 hours, although it is the bottom of the 8th, so we don't have much longer to go as Abbott's going to swing and miss on that one, 1-2. Ooh, that's going to be driven hard to the gap in right center. On the run is Raw and Clark, and he'll make the catch on the warning track. Abbott got a charge into that one, but he hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark, and Raw is able to make the catch on the warning track. But the Mammoths do chip away at the lead, scoring 2 this inning and making it 11-6. So we'll go to the top of the 9th inning. We're due up for the Beavers is going to be Brandon Raw, Robert Poller, and Christian Halsel. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the 9th inning where Brandon Raw is due up.
Brandon Raw, your pick prepared a game tonight. He has a home run and 2 RBIs.
He's been doing pretty good. It's going to be a ground ball, though, to the first baseman. He'll take it and tag himself. Whisker gets the put out. And good way for Luke McCaddy to start the top of the 9th inning. So now Robbie Pollard will step in, his 6th at-bat of the ball game.
He has 2 hits tonight that came in the 1st and 3rd. He struck out twice and then grounded out his last appearance.
I was saying that Hunter Wood might not come up to the plate, but it's possible. He's the fourth batter in the lineup here to appear this inning. As Pollard swings and misses at a first pitch breaking ball, 0-1. Be a ground ball back to Whisker again, and he's going to take it again. So the first baseman will get 2 putouts here in the top of the 9th inning. And just like that, 3 pitches, 2 outs. So the DH Christian Helsel will stand in. And Dan Helsel hit a solo shot back in the 8th inning.
Yeah, it did. And, I mean, that just added on for the Beavers this evening. The run total.
Yeah, that was their 10th run of the game. They have 18 hits in total. They are just killing it today offensively.
Definitely put a smile on Chris Newell's face.
I'm sure he's pleased with his team's performance today. As the 1-0 comes in and goes to the curveball there. They're going to say it hit Helsel's jersey, so it's going to be a hit batter. So now Hunter Wood has a chance to complete the lineup in terms of everyone getting a base hit today.
Yeah, you don't want to be the guy that doesn't get a hit, and then I don't know what happens. They do maybe.
I doubt anything would happen. I mean,
no.
Regardless of whether or not he gets a hit, I mean, the whole team's going to be pleased with their performance.
Oh, yeah.
It's just going to – I just want it to happen because it would look nice on the stat sheet. Say every player on the Beavers got a hit.
Me too.
0-1 after he takes for a called strike 1. It's going to be a foul ball on the left side, 0-2. Kind of half swung out of that one. Be a ball way outside, 1-2.
Hey, no, Brian, this is not the only time we're going to see these two teams face each other. They face each other again on Saturday, and that's a doubleheader.
And that's going to be – that'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
A doubleheader. Meanwhile, Hunter Wood takes for a called strike 3. And we're going to go to the bottom half of the 9th where it's the last call for the Westside Woolly Mammoths. Due up for them is going to be their 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Ethan Whisker, Sean Wood, and Kyle Hamner. It's going to be their last chance at reclaiming this ball game as they trail by 5 runs going to the bottom half of the 9th inning. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Bottom of the ninth inning, last call for the Westside Woolly Mammoths.
We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Beavers.
Yeah, it's going to be Trevor Yonich.
In 12 innings pitch, Yonich has 2 wins, 0 losses, giving up 7 hits, giving up 2 runs, 1 in which was earned, giving up 4 walks, has 15 strikeouts, an ERA of .71.
Brian Heldman's day is done. He goes 1 inning pitch, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of which was earned. Walks 1 batter, and does not strike out anybody. And the first pitch to Ethan Whisker is going to be a ball outside, 1-0. Saw Yonich on last Sunday, and he only saw 4 batters in that outing. He struck out 2, walked 1, and then grounded out the last guy. He works fast on the mound in the 9th innings. Doesn't hurt that his team gives him tons of run support, as that's going to be hit high in the air to the first baseman, Pollard. Going to be called off by the second baseman, Rulis, who will make the catch on the outfield grass. Be the first out here in the bottom of the 9th.
Here's Sean Wood. He had that grand slam back in the 3rd.
See if he can reproduce some magic here.
After that, he got hit by a pitch and struck out.
So the first pitch to Wood comes in. It's going to be fouled in the netting behind home plate. 0-1. Yeah, that Sean Wood grand slam gave the Mammoths the lead for a split second there from the 3rd to the top of the 5th, and then it was tied up by Dan Cannon's RBI single. That's going to be a ball inside, 2-1 or 1-1. That's going to be a strike on the outer 3rd of the plate. Nice placement there on that breaking ball. Looked like a change up from Yonich, 1-2. You know, one thing we haven't mentioned right now, Dan, is the Beavers going with an alternate uniform, going with the red jerseys.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, I actually prefer them over the blue jerseys. One, red's my favorite color, so I'm a little bit biased. Meanwhile, Sean Wood swings and misses at a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and that'll be 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th. Yonich not wasting any time on the mound.
I feel like we should have mentioned that probably way earlier in this ball game.
To be honest, like I noticed it, but
Yeah.
it never clicked in my head. I'm
Me
like, oh
either,
yeah, those
you
are the
know.
alternates.
Yeah, those are, I really dig them.
Yeah, they're totally radical, dude.
Yeah.
But I actually prefer the red colors. The red is the secondary color in their uniforms, but I like it in that alternate jersey. Because we have a purple team, and we have the Beavers are blue, dark blue, and the Mammoths are a light blue. So it's like it's nice to have a team that wears red instead,
Yes,
like a
right.
warmer color. So the 0-1 pitch comes into Hamner. He's going to hit that one down the third base line. It's going to be foul, though, as Kennan tries to field it. 0-2, and Dan, the Westside Woolly Mammoths are down to their final strike here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
And let me tell you, Brian, if that happens, you know, it's going to be the same score as last Sunday. 11-6 ball game. Didn't see that one coming. That's for sure.
Yeah, with the 2 starting pitchers we had on the mound at the beginning of the game, we were thinking it'd be a close, low-scoring game, but it was the opposite. As the 0-2 pitch comes in, it's going to be a ground ball towards the second baseman.
Ooh.
He's got it. He slipped a little bit, and the throw on first is going to be in time, and that's going to end the ball game. So Rulis was looking to range to his left. Instead, the ball went to his right, slipped on the way over there, managed to get there and still throw out Hamner at first base, and that's going to end the ball game. Trevor Yonich has a 1-2-3 9th inning and closes this game out. The final is Beavers 11 and Westside Woolly Mammoths 6 as the Beavers win the second game in a row against the Beavers, against the Mammoths since last Sunday. And we're going to go to a short break, tally up the final stats, give you our post-game thoughts, give you our players of the game, and prep you for tomorrow. So we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. All right, welcome back, everyone. Brian Fisher and Dan Dilber here with a post-game recap. And Dan, what an explosive night for offense it was here.
Yeah, how about them Beavers?
Again, the total was 11-6, same total as last time.
It is, and the same team that won.
Yeah, like deja vu. Just to give you a quick post-game recap, Holcomb and Welch faced off on the mound today, the two pitchers in the league that have the lowest ERA. And you would think it would be a low-scoring game because of that, but honestly, it turned out being the opposite.
I know, right? And, you know, it's different. You know, we have two different pitchers that got the win. I mean, of course, you have Brandon Mattern with the win tonight.
Yeah, in the first inning, the Beavers took a 1-0 lead thanks to a solo shot to dead center field from Brandon Raw. And the third inning, they added to that with a 2 RBI single from Dan Kennan. The Mammoths, however, took a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the third inning thanks to a grand slam from an unlikely source, Sean Wood, who was batting a .111 coming into today. But then it wouldn't last long, as in the top of the fifth inning, the Beavers got it back thanks to another RBI single from Dan Kennan, and they kind of took off from there. It was in the seventh inning where they scored 5 runs, an RBI single from Brandon Raw, a 3-run home run by DJ Martinez. That was your difference maker in today's ball game. And then another run scored on a throw down a second base that was off the mark, trying to catch a runner stealing. They would score more runs in the eighth inning thanks to a solo shot from Christian Helsel and an RBI single from Thomas Rulis. In the eighth inning, the Mammoths did finally get back on the board. A RBI fielder's choice for Fiesel, and an RBI single for Jeff Smith. And that was all your scoring for today. It was a lot to keep up with.
It was a lot.
But that got us to 11-6.
Yeah, it was a great ball game between these two teams, and, of course, the same score as last Sunday. And you know what? We're not good. This is not it, to seeing these two teams face each other. We see them again this Saturday in a doubleheader.
Yeah, because it was making up for that rain-delayed game, I believe it was 2 Thursdays ago.
Yes, the first game will be played at 1 o'clock, and then, of course, the game will follow at night at 7:05.
So you're going to see a lot of these two teams this weekend. I'm sure they're going to get very well acquainted.
Now, Brian, who are you going to go for your player of the game?
That's a tough one. Obviously, Sean Wood of the Mammoths, I can't give it to him, but I'm going to give him a notable mention. That grand slam for 4 RBIs was huge, for not only for his team, but for him as well, as he's looking to spark his average. But I think I'm going to give it to DJ Martinez.
Yes.
He had the difference maker in the ball game. That 3-run home run in the seventh inning, also went 3 for 5. Just big game from him.
Yeah, I'm going to go with him as well. I couldn't agree with you more. Now, what about your pitcher of the game?
Pitcher of the game, I'm going to go with Trevor Yonich, the closer. Of course, it wasn't a safe situation, but he had a 1-2-3 ninth inning. No drama for the Beavers, so and in a game where pitchers had nothing but drama.
Now, on the other side, I'm going to go with Luke McCaddy, who came out, of course, came out with 1-inning pitch, just like Trevor Yonich did.
Yeah, he went 1 1/3. He struck out 2. He did hit a batter, but that was it from him. Had scoreless appearance. And other notable mentions, you got to give it to Dan Kennan, your pick for player of the game. He went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs. My pick for player of the game, Brandon Raw, went 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, and a solo shot. Just a lot of offense all around for the Beavers in today's ballgame.
Yes, it was, Brian.
But that's it for the game, at least. What's coming on for tomorrow night?
We have the Eastside Diamond Hoppers taking on the Utica Unicorns. First pitch is 7:05, and, of course, it's fireworks night here at the ballpark.
Friday Night Fireworks is always a big attractor for the fans here at Jimmy John's Field. They do put a good show on every week.
Oh, yeah, they do.
So that is going to be at 7:05 p.m., and so we'll go on the air on 6:45 to 6:50. And from Jimmy John's Field with Brian Fisher and Dan Dobler, again, the final total was 11 for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers and 6 for the Westside Woolly Mammoths, and we will catch you guys tomorrow evening. Thank you guys for listening.